Watch.
That's on the live. It's on the live now.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where nothing's off limits. Free Agent Radio.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
We done made it to another Friday. I know everybody says you should not live your life based on the weekend, but guess what? We do. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. I'll say good morning, first of all, to Shawnee Scott. What's going on, Shawnee? Everybody clap up with Shawnee Scott. I'm just in a good mood for no reason. I'm in a good mood for no reason.
Am I getting raised? Why are we clapping?
God, I wish we were getting paid.
I
wish we were getting paid. All right, Shawnee, what's good?
Life is good. That's what I have to say nowadays. Life is good.
What was your night like? What happened?
You know what I did? I went to sleep, Mike. I didn't. That's why it was taking y'all forever to get in touch with me because I was asleep.
Oh, you slept how long? What are hours? Well, how many hours you think you slept?
So I talked to you. When I talked to you, I was already in the bed. When I hung up with you, then I just went to sleep. So whatever time we talked. Because when I woke up, I saw text messages from Jay Black. My mom had called. Because I talked to you, about 6 o'clock?
It was 6 o'clock your time, 7 o'clock my time. So damn, you slept for real.
Yeah. Yep, and I didn't get up to 5 o'clock this morning. So
clap it up for rest.
I got.
Let me tell y'all something. All y'all people who sit on here, I'll say it and I'll repeat it 6,000 times. Y'all be like, I sleep when I'm dead. That's dead. That's not sleep.
You're supposed to be hustling. Sleep. It's hustling is what they're saying. Hustle.
Every doctor will tell you your rest that you get like 6-7 hours of sleep actually enhances your health. Like, stop playing, y'all. Stop playing where we just stay up all night and it's healthy. It's not. So when Shawnee gets that sleep, she wakes up and she's productive.
Yeah.
Productive.
Hey, you got to shout out to somebody on IG. Shawana Flowers 51. She's going to be at the White Show. She's in Tyler. She's a local Tyler celebrity, and we call her Chicken Wang there. So you got shout out to Chicken Wang.
I know who those. Like, what is a Chicken
Wang?
Chicken Wang, yeah.
Chicken Wang. That's what it said.
Chicken Wang. You got to call it Chicken Wang. Chicken Wang.
Chicken Wang. Chicken Wang. Well, God bless, girl, because Tyler, Texas is going to be so instant classic. September 4th, Rodney Perry, me, Lamar Jones is going to be so official. When I tell y'all, we're going to have the all-white Laugh Out Loud comedy show is going to be so crazy. And I love rocking out in Tyler, Texas. Shawnee got the whole thing popping off. Shout out to my man Mills. It's going to be sick. So get your tickets early. It is majesty.net, right?
Majestyevents.net.
Majestyevents.net. Get them tickets now. I can't help you. When it's sold out, I can't help you. As much as Shawnee got the inside track, when it's sold out, she can't help.
No more seats. What you gonna do? You're gonna sit.
Can't help.
If you want a table, there are limited tables, so you better get your tables quick.
So when we go September 4th, it's going to be a super problem. All right, Jay Black. Oh, boy.
What up? I'm here. What up to Daria, my old friend? I see her on IG Live. Daria. We got a lot of comments real quick on YouTube and Facebook. Looks like we didn't acknowledge these people real quick.
Go ahead, go get it.
Ashley Newman, good morning. Who's that? Steph, she's up.
Hold on. Have a good day, Stacy. Love you.
We love you, Stacy. Have a good day.
We all love you. All right. Okay.
Yeah, Steph. Looks like Jeanette is up. Morning, Jeanette. Oh, she said happy Friday. Let's play this real quick before I forget. It's the Friday.
Get it.
Bam. Good morning. Who's that? We got Ashley. We got Kathy is up. What up, Kathy?
Good morning, Kathy.
Steph said rest is essential, Mike. Rest is essential. All right, yeah. So yeah, what up? Yeah, I'm good. It's Friday. We got Dr. Aaron Smith coming today, so that'll be dope. You know, he always brings the thunder.
Great job, Shawnee. You need that red. Yeah, Superwoman. I say this to all the black women doing what they're doing. And let me stop saying black.
Love you, Stacey.
Steph, thank you for saying love you, Stacey. We such a grown relationship, and Stacy left, so she can't hear this right now until she gets in the car and she turns us on. It's so funny. Like Stacey knows how to put mother to sleep. Like I get in the bed, like I always sleep later, and I know.
Like, wait a minute, where are we going with this?
I know, and y'all be like, "Yo,
I'm gonna put you to bed." Yeah, we call Jay Holiday.
But I feel like I'm
He's
in the
singing
best.
at the wedding.
Yeah. I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life, but in actuality, I lay in the bed. She gives me the remote. She'll be knocked out, and she'll just hand me the remote, and then she knows I'm gonna watch TV for like 7 more minutes, and then this is how she put me to sleep. She reached over with her left foot, and she taps my foot, and I go to sleep. Like y'all think we're about to have sex? No, she knows how to just reach over. She puts her left foot on my foot, and I'm like a kid, and I just go to sleep. Like, yep, good night.
If that's what you want us to believe, okay, all right.
Okay.
All right.
I wish I could tell you all a different story. I was Shawn Robbins.
KB, what do you say?
What did I learn from this game?
Eagles game.
We talking about the Eagles game. Shawn, really, it was 35-0. I was able to talk to and or see the last
at least 100.
At least 100 youth football players and coaches that were very thankful for being inside a stadium, Lincoln Financial Field. Yes, a field type that normally only a dream of seeing and playing on the future. Philadelphia Eagles are the best. You know what, Shawn? Clap it up.
Yeah, he's giving kids opportunity to never probably go to an Eagles game to see that stadium.
I'll clap it up for Shawn, but I can't clap it up for the Eagles because I'm a Cowboys fan. But good work, Shawn.
That's even worse that you're a Cowboys fan. But the fact that you took them kids out there to that stadium, Financial Field is one of the most amazing stadiums. First of all, any stadium you take the kids to is amazing. But Financial Field, I will say this, Financial Field is so dope. It really is. Like the way it's set up and the way Philadelphia's made it, like you got that. Then you got, I don't know what the basketball stadium is even called anymore. And Philadelphia, the Phillies have the stadium. Wells Fargo. Then the Phillies have their stadium all connected. It's actual like amazing setup that they have over there. And then they got they got all 3 stadiums together.
Citizen Bank Park.
Citizen, yeah. Okay. Where do we go now? So Jay Black, your night was good.
What does your shirt say, Jay Black? I'm not arguing.
Another shirt my wife done made. It says, I'm not arguing. I'm just explaining why I'm right.
I'm right. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't argue. I just tell you how I'm right.
Oh, God. That woman lives with somebody who's just like, oh, God. Jesus Christ.
She knows you well.
Yeah, she knows. I was like, man, that's me right there. Because I don't argue. I'm just explaining to you why I'm right. I said, if that don't describe me, because I'll be right and people think, oh, why you arguing? No, I'm not arguing.
Oh, that poor lady. I would have jumped out the window like I'm just gonna explain to you why I'm right.
I'm just explaining to you why I'm right. If that ain't facts, that's so real.
Oh my God. I can't believe
it. Good morning, Dave Burns.
What's
Good morning,
up, Action?
Action's up.
Action, what's going on?
Afro Queen, I see you as well. Afro Queen, good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, Afro Queen. Hey,
all right,
Burns.
Good morning. So, all right, the shout outs are done. What are we talking about? Like, what are we really like? We got like the one thing we have is we have this new segment called Stupid Dummy of the Week. And Stupid Dummy of the Week is something where we just look to see who was the Kathy said it's football season. Yes, I'm so happy now. Go Ravens. Go Ravens. What the where did that go Ravens? Stupid where I mean, you're not from Baltimore.
She's from Baltimore.
She is.
Yeah.
She is?
Yeah.
She's
down in Killeen. She's in Killeen now.
You in Killeen? Oh, okay. All right.
Military town,
Football will mess everybody's life up. You'll be like somewhere in Tokyo and be like, I'm a Ravens fan. All right. So what are we doing? What are we talking? What are we talking? The Stupid Dummy of the Week. I got candidates. So Stupid Dummy of the Week, we're gonna make sure that we do this every Friday. And it's not even like Stupid Dummy is not a bad word. Like it's not like I'm calling you a dumb mother The stupid dummies are just people who may be right, but what they did, the way they went about it, was just wrong. Was just wrong. So we have some candidates that we're gonna have. And I wonder if we should take votes. Should we take votes on this before? Or should I just say this is my stupid dummy of the week?
Well, let them vote but then give us yours. Let's see what the audience says.
Yeah, it'll be ultimately,
you tell us who yours.
Yeah, your call. So anything stand out this week? There's anyone that could be perceived as a stupid dummy of the week?
All right, like we don't have clips. We don't have clips.
Well, the two, we have clips of the two.
Yeah,
well, we got a clip of one, and then we got the steal of the other one.
Yeah, but then we have some additives, like Joe Biden, Joey B.
No, the president of the United States can't be a stupid dummy.
You can't put the president in the stupid
Go ahead.
dummy.
What can Joey B be stupid for?
No, you got to put him all the way up, Mike.
Okay, all the way up. We're gonna lift him, but Joey B.
What did he do this week?
You ran out of Afghanistan. And then the Taliban, you said in your speech, you said the Taliban will not take over the government. And in 7 minutes, the Taliban ran up in the office and was taking selfies with guns. Like, we got it. Joey.
Is that really on him, though?
Dog. He said they won't take over the Taliban.
He was training the Afghans to defend themselves and stand their ground, and he was training them. They didn't defend themselves.
Okay, Jay, it's like me saying, you guys, we trained all these guys, right? And we're gonna get out of here, and they're probably gonna take over it, but it's gonna take 8 months, right? It's gonna take 8 months for them to take over the crack house. Like, we got the crack house, we got the trap right there, right? And we're gonna leave, but we got enough protection. There's no way the rival gang is gonna take over the crack house. There's no way. And if it does happen, it'll take 8 months. Dog, it took a day. Joe Biden left. He took us out, and it took a day. They were doing, literally, I'm not making this up as a comedian. They were in the gym working out with cameras, and they were showing what they were doing in the gym of their version of the White House within a day. Dog, how about this? We're not going to get political because I want to stay fun. We are literally going to go back to Afghanistan. I want y'all to mark this down. We will be back in Afghanistan in a year. We'll be right back in there. Because when I tell you the disrespect that they're doing to women right now.
Yeah, I saw him tell the newscaster, cover your face now. She had hurry up and cover women. No, you're not. We're not going to see you. Yeah, I was saying, oh, okay. No, the stupid dummy though, Mike, was the people that thought they could hold on to an airplane while it's flying away and think they're going.
Oh my God! Yeah.
And they was falling.
Hold up! I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you right now.
That was the stupid dummies for me. Like,
that's
who thinks they can hold on to the
wing? That is the level of desperation.
Come on. So you think you can hold on to a plane, it could take off and land, and you're gonna be fine. Of course they was falling off and up in the sky. I said, who is no stupid dummy will hold on to a plane?
And who created people hanging onto the plane? Joey B. They're like, dog, don't leave. We hate you, but don't leave. We hate you, but don't leave. But that's not on him. That's on his advisors. No, that's on the Paul, Action. That's on President. That Action got like 7 different Paul, Action, T1. That's on President Obama, who sat up there too and didn't do this. And Joey B's catching the hell because what we should have done a long time ago. But hey, I'm not getting into this. Joey B.
He's one of your nominees.
You could have been a stupid dummy of the week. Stupid dummy of the week. Stupid dummy of the week. Oh, the girl from Walgreens gets oh my God. Oh, Jesus. All right, the girl from Walgreens. We're doing the nominees for a stupid dummy of the week. Just show the if you have the video, just show what the stupid dummy did and that, like.
Right? You can't look on your camera, right?
Oh, so that's
Okay.
Oh,
Now the more I have time to look at it, the more I'm like, that's vandalism, and you're caught on tape, and they're gonna arrest you. They're gonna arrest you.
they ain't found it yet.
No, we don't even know that because
Lord.
we don't even know that because it hasn't made the national news yet. But she's gonna get arrested, and oh, baby, 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 baby. And the funny thing is, you did all that, and you still didn't get the service that you wanted. You still didn't get it. And you walked out. I promise you, God, what is it? We gotta research her name. I know she got arrested.
I was looking. No, they as of yesterday, I saw a couple stories on it. No one was able to identify her just yet.
I want to know where that Walgreens, what city was that And
it was Cincinnati, I believe. I think it said Cincinnati.
And the one thing I realized, because I'm a Walgreens fan, I go to Walgreens all the time because I like Walgreens better than CVS. I realized that's the I don't know if I said this yesterday. That's that one aisle before the door that has the fragrances, and you can get your socks, and you can get all that in that first row. That is the most vital.
Socks at Walgreens?
Do they? Oh, they sell the nice socks too. The socks that fit, and they sell in that aisle. It's the fragrances, it's the deodorants, it's the don't ask me. I got 3 daughters. Bobby pins. Shut up. Everybody shut up. But everything in that first aisle, I can tell she's in the first aisle. So I'm telling you, if this girl goes, they've already arrested her. Like you can't cause the ruckus on camera and think that you're not going to get arrested. They arrested her.
Well, everything's on camera.
When they put the award money up, her hating ass cousin gonna turn her in. I'm sorry, Jay.
What was that?
Shawnee said
when they post the reward money, her hating cousin.
I mean, but the hating God, it's not gonna be nothing crazy. Be like $75. They still gonna what? Like $75 for the reward of the girl who turned up on the first aisle of Walgreens.
Oh God.
No, Walgreens they do. They have nice socks. They really do. Walgreens really does. Right in
I'm
that
gonna go check
aisle.
it out today.
Excuse me. Right down that aisle. If you go past the perfumes, the colognes, then on the right, it'll be deodorant and whatever. Then you'll have bobby pins, and then you have to make a right. I swear on everything. You make a little right, and the socks are right there. And they got some nice socks that sit there. So she's a candidate for the stupid dummy of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, the stupid dummy of the week is going to be fun.
You got one more? We should at least have 3 candidates. You need at least one more.
Damn, the one more? Didn't I say Joe Biden? I said that.
You said Joe Biden. We got the Walgreens girl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then we got the Weeknd, who spent $70 million on a Bel Air mansion. Oh, we were talking that off air. My bad. We got the Weeknd. He spent $70 million on a Bel Air mansion. All right, people.
So why does that make him a dummy, though?
Let me tell you how lonely being famous is. He's not in a relationship. He don't have kids. I don't know. He's not married. He has no kids. And you put yourself in that house by yourself.
Okay.
That is called losing your mind. Why would I sit in that 33,000 square feet house and I'm by myself? Why?
Maybe
what?
Like space. I don't know. Maybe he gonna change it around and do stuff. Yeah, when he has parties, he wants to be the hostess with the mostest. I like my kids ride them hoverboards all through the house.
Did you compare to a hoverboard? Go ahead.
I mean, like maybe he got a bike he want to ride around the house. I don't know.
Think about this. There is no way for you to make your money back on something that costs $70 million. There's no way to make your money back on this. Like Weeknd, what are you thinking? Nobody is going to pay you $80 million.
Oh, you make a profit. He's going to get the equity out of it and resell it a couple years from now.
Dog, do you know how First of all, do you know how much it's gonna cost? Like, I'll look up his net worth. You know how much it's gonna cost just for the upkeep? I remember when Evander Holyfield was worth $350 million, and his agent told him, his lawyer said, you can't keep this upkeep. The upkeep is gonna be $10 million a year. Look at that.
Yeah, we got the image on Media Room 360 for those watching. Yeah, I didn't think about the upkeep.
His net worth is $100 million.
Okay, your electric bill every month is going to be $30,000 a month.
He might keep the lights off. You know how? Well, he's from Canada, but you know how black folks do.
Good point. No, good point. Because I guess Evander Holyfield went through it. Mike Tyson actually did something similar like that and regretted it. So I guess a lot of people, they get that bread and say, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and spend $70 million on the crib. Yeah, and
he
like you said,
keep the lights off in all the other rooms, like the rooms that he's not using. He'll just keep it off and just
Shawn,
the area that he's in.
This is when, and I don't want this. This is when you kill yourself. You're in a room. You're in a house. You're in a house with 30 rooms, and you're sitting in one room watching Netflix.
He can switch, like he can be in a different room every night of the month.
Hearing sounds. What was that?
Do you know how depressing that must be to be in a room, to be in a house that big, and you realize I'm never gonna see any of the rooms? Like, you literally have to make it like you got to be like, let me go see room 12. Let me go see room. Dog, that is ridiculous. Like,
I'd like to try it. I'd like to find out if I'm gonna be depressed.
No,
that pool is popping. That pool is like, me and my daughters could have a whole lot of fun in that.
But that's what I'm saying. You could have a 5-bedroom home and have that same pool. Like, dog, when I tell you how depressing that could be to be walking around there in your slides.
I don't know. I think I might be cheesing. I might be on the hoverboards with my daughters rolling around. Because it looks like there's
say that again. Say that again. With who? With your what?
With my daughters.
He ain't got no kids.
It's just him.
It's just him.
But I see why it's so much money. It says LA is the look like Bel Air. You're out there next to Will Smith. So there you go. They cost a lot of money in Bel Air.
Will Smith
next to the Fresh Prince.
Will Smith is giggling, going, I was on the TV show and I didn't even buy that shit.
Oh, yeah. So Mr. November 78 says he could lease it out for movies or events or
Airbnb. He could do an Airbnb.
They could have
dude. What is the point of being rich if you're renting stuff out at Airbnb? You're not rich, Kathy. Then.
Good point, Kathy. Yeah, Airbnb to get some of that money.
Kathy, you're
the money back. But he rich. I mean, I want to be rich and see. I want to find out.
Kathy, it's dumb to spend 70. Every actor or every athlete who's done this has regretted it. Everyone. Like Mike and Evander literally had close to $400 million. And they did this and they regretted the whole. Dog, what is the difference between having 30 or 20 bedrooms and just buying a home that has 7 and you spend $10 million? What's the difference? You're never going in these rooms.
Well, he is only 31. He's only 31 years old. So he's
we just hope for the best, dog. We hope for the best. Like,
it look like you got another
Kathy said, I'm nominating the alligator woman. It's pretty stupid to try and pet an alligator and act like he knows you. And he hold on, let me write that down. All right. Nominations for the stupid dumb.
Did we lose your mic? I think his mic went out. Yep. The mic went out.
Yeah, he's doing too much moving.
I'm back.
There you go.
All right, alligator woman is in there. Yeah, when your arm gets bit by alligator. Okay, alligator woman, girl from Walgreens, and Weekend.
Joey B, you said, yep, and Joey B.
That's not bad. That's not. Oh, Joey B. Oh, yeah.
You got 4 nominees for Stupid Dummy of the Week.
Joey B might be the most important, but we're not gonna start on that. All right. So what else we got? Those are the nominees.
Yeah, we also saw on the news they were using Biggie songs as a reference to help describe COVID and what we need to be concerned with.
Okay, so there's a guy on MSNBC who's a real hip hop fan, and when he does his stories, right, he will quote Wu-Tang, he will quote Nas on the low, and he'll just quote him and then keep going. I didn't know how I felt about this, but he's kept it so consistent, and he seems to be real hip hop, and I'm like, okay, this guy really knows these lyrics. He really knows these lyrics. So he did a Biggie situation on COVID. And we all up, like Shawnee has stated her case on why she doesn't take the vaccination. And she has actual proof on why she's fought cancer without medicine. So this ain't no like regular old, like I'm just not gonna take it. No, she actually proves it on why she shouldn't. So this white man gets on there and he starts quoting Biggie, and he starts quoting a song that I never in life would think any white man on a major news outlet like MSNBC would ever quote. Just play this right now. Play this right now.
COVID's dangerous. It's lethal. It's a bit like the beef Notorious B.I.G. used to rap about when he said, beef is when your moms ain't safe up in the streets. Beef is when I see you guaranteed to be in ICU. Well, when COVID sees you, you can end up in ICU. Maybe not at the same rate as Biggie's beef, but that's the point about risk. You don't want to test these streets and risk ending up.
Yo, stop playing and dog. He accurately used Biggie's beef song. He really did accurately use that. I don't know if I'm happy about it.
What's beef?
But what's beef? He said the ICU. He broke down the ICU.
What up, Business Billy? Yeah, I wish you could see all that clip.
Yo, Business Bully, you got to see this. Like, dog, he really did encapsulate the whole Biggie beef song.
What's beef?
So we got a friend. We got a Takeover legend that would like to see you.
Who?
Right.
God. What the?
Wow. All right. Well, for those on IG, sexy emojis popped in.
Oh my God, that's too much.
It looked like she know that it's beef in the streets with COVID because she got a mask on. She got the hospital guards on.
She doesn't have COVID. She's at the hospital because her son is having surgery. Just so
and since he's wilding out, I'm gonna have to go back into the OR.
All right, well, go back to the OR. Go.
Yeah, I appreciate the commitment.
But she wanted to check in.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Jay Black's an asshole. Go ahead. Thank you.
But I love him nonetheless.
No, we all love him, but he's an asshole. Go ahead. Go, girl. Go take care. God bless. We want everything.
See you at 9:15. See you at 9:15 for the legend.
Oh my God. No, you're not. You're not. Go. Oh my God. Jay Black, you got something to explain. Jay Black, what the fuck? I'm sorry. But what is going on? What is going on with your ass, yo?
She's got a show to do, and I know her son is in surgery, but she popped in. She wanted to be a part of the show. It's called commitment, right? She's committed.
Say sorry.
Say sorry for what?
Say sorry to Mo. Say sorry to Mo.
No.
Say sorry to Mo.
What for? What?
Because that's like, come on, dog. Come on. Like, stop.
You're a slave master.
Yeah, stop. And now all of a sudden,
what Mo said in the comments. I see. Wow.
Jay, say sorry.
Yeah,
don't fight.
Come on, Jay. Just say.
Come on, Jay.
Mo, I'm sorry for having you come on today.
That like we are trying. We have opportunities to be on different radio stations, and we're trying not to curse. So we're trying, but that's some dickhead shit. Like, come on.
You told her no days off.
Come on, Jet. That's ridiculous.
She has a commit. I thought because she has a commitment, she probably could juggle both. I wasn't thinking that
I'm not gonna let you touch off my. I'm in a good mood today. I'm in a good mood on a Friday.
Yeah, let's stay in that.
Like Lady Q, you're really not gonna comment now, Lady Q. You're really not gonna comment. You're really not gonna comment on really.
She
Jay?
probably is, but he's not telling us that she texted him.
Yeah, my phone's on IG. I don't know what's going on my phone. No, I didn't think. You know what I mean? She said her son had surgery. I'm like, cool.
She's in surgery, dog. She's got scrubs.
She's not in surgery. Her son's in surgery.
I nominate Jay for a stupid dummy of the week.
I'm writing it down, Shawnee. I'm writing it down.
I'm not arguing. I'm just explaining why I'm right.
Shawnee, I'm just writing it. Jay Black, stupid dummy of the week. I'm right.
Thanks, Shawnee. I mean, in hindsight, maybe Mo could have just took the day off and, make sure her son was comfortable and.
Dude, you said in hindsight.
Hindsight.
Her son is in surgery, and you had her call into the show. You had her actually link up to the show.
Yeah, she had the headphones. Yeah. She had a mask on, so
he had her check in because he didn't believe where she was. That's all that was. He wanted them about horses. Be like, they come to the hospital to say, "Oh, we concerned about your loved one," but really they just want to know if you're where you say you are.
Yo, everybody on IG Live, Shawn Robbins said y'all the funniest show. Yes, we are. But all I want to know on IG Live, Sexy Mo's son is in surgery. And Jay Black, she called. She had the scrubs on. She had the mask on. She stepped out of surgery to call us. And I need Jay Black to apologize for guilt tripping her that outside of a surgery with her son, she had to call us. That's all I need.
You make it sound so bad. Like
no, it is. No, I didn't. No, Jay. Go ahead, say it.
People have commitments. They follow through and they make sure everything is good. And good morning, Tam.
Hey, Jay, did you call out from the show? Have you called out from the show?
When I had surgery, yeah, they had my arm open. Yeah. I can't. I'm on the table. I was knocked out. I didn't know what was going on, so I couldn't.
Nah, you was really just a bitch who couldn't take the pain. Now, Mo had her son. Her son's in surgery, and you really got Mo. Her only son. Say sorry.
So people can make things different.
Even your mom is saying you're a stupid dummy.
Say sorry. Like all we need, like I've apologized to nurses. I've apologized to the goddamn Cam, which I shouldn't apologize for, but I did. I've apologized to everybody. All we're saying is to apologize to Mo for you actually making her call and leave surgery to say we just need sorry.
Good morning, Stacy.
We just need sorry. We just need a sorry.
My bad, Mo. Mo, take the rest of the day off.
No. My
bad, Mo.
I'm glad Shawnee picked up on that. That my bad shit. Don't worry.
I appreciate the commitment, Mo. She had a laptop set up, the headphones. She's all that at the hospital.
That
commitment is real.
Sorry.
I truly appreciate. I'm saying, I truly appreciate Sexy Mo, her commitment.
Put your shirt up. Make everybody see your arrogant shirt. I am not. Put that shirt. I am not arguing. I am just explaining why I am what? Right. And you're wrong right now. Say sorry to Mo.
Even Taz said you wrong. He said that's a move. Say
everybody.
Say sorry.
Business bully. Wow. Yeah, that's my fault. I probably should have.
No.
If somebody says they apologizing and saying my bad and it's my fault,
the word.
You have to accept that too, though. You have to accept when someone is apologizing.
Wait a minute. He put that finger up.
We don't
because you have to accept when somebody's apologizing.
See, that's your problem. You apologize on your own terms. The words are, "I am sorry."
You can't put words in somebody's mouth when they apologize.
I'm not trying to put nothing in your mouth. I'm trying to put something in your heart.
Pause. Hard pause.
Let me repeat. Let me repeat the pause. Let me repeat so y'all hear the whole thing. I'm not trying to put something in your mouth. I'm trying to put something in your heart. You need to say, "I'm sorry" for a woman that has to go out of surgery for a show that she's not getting paid for. Let me drop this pen.
She is getting paid.
No, she's not.
We're a unit. We're a team. We move like a team, and she was just committed to the gig. Why are we harping on that?
Her son, the most important thing in her life.
He got to support her.
Wait, we don't know all the facts. Did Mo volunteer to call in, or did Jay Black make her call? Jay Black makes everybody call in, except Jay Black makes everybody. He puts a guilt trip on everybody, and he knows I don't give a fuck about his guilt trips, so he don't try and do that with me. But he knows. Sorry, I apologize. Jay Black knows I don't give a freak.
Said he was sorry.
I'm sorry that quick. Jay Black knows that ain't gonna work with me.
Kathy, I wasn't saying, hey, this is what you need to do. And she said, hey,
me.
I got this going on.
Yes, he did. She texted me and told me.
And I was
Jay
like,
was tripping and she was gonna hop on. Even Taz is saying it. Did you wrong?
And Lady Q just walked in the room. Listen, Mo wanted to do the show, and who am I to stop her? I mean, I'm like, all right, but in hindsight, I probably could have said, but don't worry.
You are the most manipulating person I've ever seen in my life, dog, and that's why there's certain points where I have to draw a line with you, because you are a manipulator. You know for a fact that you guilt tripped her into putting scrubs on and getting out of there of surgery, and the least you can do as a man is say,
as a man,
you're a manipulator. Yeah, as a man. We always get into it with Shawnee. We always get into it with Shawnee and Mo when we talk about man stuff. We always get into it and they like, we don't care about this. And we say, as a man, you need to be like, I'm sorry. There's no way you should have taken 1 minute away. No.
Wanted to do it.
You were supposed to be the man and go, girl, don't you ever think you have to call. Oh, I have to get on video. I'm not arguing. I'm just explaining why I'm right. That's the t-shirt. Now say sorry to her.
Mo, my bad, Mo. Well, I talked to Mo separately. I'm gonna talk to Mo.
No. Mo said it. Mo came on publicly.
So what is the purpose? If I was that one word makes a big difference.
It does.
Yeah.
I'm saying my bad. I'm apologizing. I could have. No. But she wanted to do it. It's not like I say, hey, you got to do it. I came out with a whip and said, yo, I need you. And
did she tell you that she was at the hospital?
She said she was going to go, but she'd better, still do the show. She'll be fine. I'm like, all right. No,
your job was supposed to be like, no, it's cool. Tend to your son.
All right.
Wait, whoa. Let her say that again. Whoa.
No, she didn't say nothing again.
No, let her say that.
You can hear her?
Yes, let her repeat that again. Lady Q, repeat that again. What did you say? I wanted you
to repeat it, but look, right now we're in the middle of this.
When she said I'm at the hospital with my son for surgery and I can still pop in. No, focus on your son. That's important. That's more important than this.
Ta-da!
Lady Q has spoken.
Lady Q has spoken.
You better do what she said, or else no bacon for you.
Now,
no bacon for you.
All we need is for you to see. Let's see what type of spine you have. Let's see. Let's see. Mike, let's see if it's more about
time. This ain't the time right now.
Hold on.
I got you though. I hear what you said.
Let's see if it's more about you being right, or you being right, or doing the right thing. Say. All you have to do is say, Mo, I'm sorry.
Well, I got to talk to Mo. When I see Mo, I talk to
Mo. Mo's going to see this. It's going to be locked in on Media Room 360 TV. It will be on YouTube, Media Room 360 TV. It'll be on Facebook, Media Room 360
I'm apologize for her wanting to work and me not telling her to stand down.
Hey, Jay, I'm not that person.
You for real with that?
Yeah.
And that makes sense to you?
Yeah.
And a grown person wants to do something, and I because I don't shoot them down, I'm wrong?
No, because you had no sensitivity to what she was going through. You were selfish records. You were 1,000% Diddy when Shine went to jail for doing something. You were 1,000% bad boy records. All you had to do was say, why in the world would you even think about getting on the show when your son's in
wasn't
surgery?
thinking of that. I'm just thinking, oh, she got.
No, you were thinking about what? You were thinking about what? You.
All right. I apologize, Mo.
No. You sneaky little bastard, you. You sneaky little bit. The words are, I am sorry, Mo.
Oh. And
nobody say, everybody let it ride. The words are so easy. This the worst argument I've ever gotten to with my significant others. Just say you're sorry.
You can't control how someone words an apology.
I'm not controlling anything. I'm saying if you're really sorry, say you're sorry.
And I have a deep conversation with Mo.
No, I want to know if you're really, first of all, I'm not one of them people, Jake. I'm not gonna stop. If you're sorry, if you think you're wrong and you're sorry, say you're sorry. Don't read.
I'm trying to read comments.
No. Keep Kathy's comment on it, but don't read it because that's your scapegoat. You're looking for a life preserver right now. You're looking for something to get you out of this. The fact of the matter is, you've known Sexy Mo for like 15 years, and the fact that you can't say sorry for taking her out of the operating.
Did this. I didn't ask her to do anything.
You know, she did it because of you. You know she ain't do it because of me, because she knows I wouldn't even stress it like that.
And she know I told her, girl, whatever. We'll see you Monday.
She already knows Shawnee was like, F the world. Shawnee was like, F Mike and Jay. And she put her middle, like, go do what you do.
Take care of your son.
Take care of your son.
Listen, Mike, first of all, she can't be, wait, hold on.
Sorry.
We ain't even get Kathy just do, trying to read the comment. Mike, first of all, she can't be inside the operating room, so she was probably sitting in the waiting room listening to the show, occupying her time, and she wouldn't worry about what the doctors are doing to her son. She's in.
Wait a second, Kathy's. Let me go at your ass real quick.
So she would, she didn't want to worry. She didn't want to worry. Some people use things as an escape.
Hold on, let me warm up for Kathy. Kathy, you want this problem because you got a little crush on Jay. You got a little crush on Jay. You want this problem. You want this problem. Let me tell you something, Kathy. There ain't no time as a parent. See
that, Mike?
Hold up. 1-1.
It's getting your mind off things.
There is no time as a parent that your kid is ever going through anything in an operation or a doctor that you're not worried. Number one, Jay Black was so selfish for actually putting the pressure on her, for actually getting on this screen on like that. So, Kathy, you're wilding. There's never been a time. My kid can have a splinter in her finger, and I'm worried. Not to mention being in an operation room. And no, you can't be in the room, but you can be in the observation room, Kathy, since you want to play with me today. You can be in the observation room and look right there and see everything the doctors are doing.
But everybody don't want to do that, though.
And she took time out. And she took time out to actually leave to do a show she ain't getting paid for.
She is.
No, she's not.
I have to take my kids to school, so can I leave, Jay?
Can she leave, Jay? Can she leave?
I gotta drop them off.
I'm not even gonna feed it.
I love your pettiness. I love your pettiness.
I'm not even gonna feed. Okay, Shiny. I see what you're doing, Shiny.
I'm gonna click off and take the kids to school, but I'll be back. As long as I don't have no accident or nothing, then I'll be back. Okay.
Did you send Aaron Smith the link? We good there? Okay.
I made sure because I know you sent me that long email about making sure I get everybody's link. So I got it in the link this morning. So am I dismissed?
Johnny, can you please go and take care of our kids?
Shawnee, just
make sure our girls are taken care of and.
No, don't be nice now. Make sure when you're driving, while you're driving in traffic, make sure you click on so we can see you while you're driving. It doesn't matter. You risk the lives of your kid. Yeah, make sure you click on. But yeah, go ahead. Is she good now, Jay? Is she good?
Of course she's good.
Good?
Shani, go ahead. And Tam, for the record, no, Tam. I did not expect Mo to get on and do the show with her son having surgery. Mo elected.
He did.
Mo said
lying.
like Kathy was saying, Mo didn't want to be worried and stressed, so she has those opportunities. She wanted to do it. That was her escape. And sometimes when people lose loved ones, they want to get back to work, and people say, "No, take the time." Everybody does things differently.
That's why you never interrupt a mother or a parent when their child does something, because God forbid something wrong happens. You're doing too much right now, Jay. You a stupid dummy. You're a stupid dummy right now.
All right, let's just take a break and let you reset. We need to reset.
No. You have to reset because you have yet to say, I am sorry to Mo. You have yet to say, I'm sorry.
I apologize to Mo.
No, say, I'm sorry. Apologies, nothing. I'm sorry.
I think I see the Dr. Aaron Smith. I think I see him. Let's bring him in.
I'm sorry.
Oh, he's on the cell phone. Can you turn it sideways for us? There you go. There you go.
All right. Doctor. Hey, Doc, I got to call you. Hey, Doc, before we get into this, I got to call you Fearless right now because you're a takeover legend. Mo's son is in surgery.
I'm trying to apologize to him.
Okay. Number one, our prayers, in all seriousness, our prayers, and he's going to be fine. And she left surgery to click on to the show. And I said, Mo, why are you clicking on to the show? You don't have to click on to the show. And she clicked on to the show because of the pressure of Jay Black. And it's not an assumption. Jay, we worked together for years. I know the pressure you put. I know what you do.
Good morning, Jacqueline.
And all I said was say sorry to Mo for making her get on here. He has said everything. He said, my bad.
No, let me get my turn next, because since you're trying to lead the witness.
No, I'm not leading the witness, Cam. He said, my bad. He said, I apologize. He will not say, I'm sorry for putting pressure on you. She had her scrubs on. She had the face mask on, and she took time out to get on the show.
Now is it my turn, Fearless?
Go ahead, dictator.
Mo reached out and said, hey, my son is having surgery, reminder, but I still, want to do the show. She still wanted to be a part of the show. She's going to sign in from the hospital. She said, but I'd probably be in and out. I said, no problem. Cool. Do you? I want to make sure that she's good and she's comfortable. It was up to her. This was her choice. So Mike is saying that I should have said, no, do not allow her. So, but I was just doing it from, hey, an adult want to do what an adult want to do, let them rock out. And cool, I'm working with you. Whatever you want to do, I'm good with it. Because some people need that escape and want to get away. As Kathy was mentioned, some people want to be busy and active. So that was the thought process. But I'll let you conclude with your final verdict.
I guess I still gotta ask the one question. But after the fact, when the apology was requested, why didn't you just say sorry after all that? Like, even if you're right, let's say I just take your side and don't say nothing Mike said is right. Still, why not just say sorry?
She didn't request that. So that was requested from Mike. So I apologized to her in several different ways, and I guess that wasn't good enough for Mike. And I said, I have a deeper.
I guess I'm thinking of it in terms of pros and cons, cost versus reward. It seems like a very low cost request with a high reward as far as like productivity, efficiency, flow of the show. It doesn't seem like you're giving up too much for the sake of, just making sure everybody's on the same page and okay with everything by saying that one word. I guess that's where I'm at before I really even got into the weeds of the nuances of what was said and what wasn't said. And like, so at this point in the juncture, why not just say that word to move past everything?
Who am I saying that word for?
It doesn't even matter. You could just be saying to the wall. I'm saying if you think that would make things in any way easier, it just seems like, unless it was an issue of pride or something on some level, I don't really see any reason not to just say it. Even if somebody didn't hear you and you said it again, I just don't see why not say it.
Because what for
like,
me,
I've been right and said sorry, but I mean we men, so no offense, ladies, we've all been right and said sorry.
Can I ask one question? Do you think Mo would like she would like to hear if you said, Mo, I'm sorry? Do you think that would make her feel good?
do I think that would make Mo? I think me having a conversation with Mo, having a deeper apology with me and Mo one-on-one
I'm a
would have
man.
more
I'm
answering your question.
No. The question is, do you think
and
Mo
remember, I did not force anything. She wanted to do this.
Wait. First of all,
I
number one, she would not have done that if it was based on my opinion. She would not have felt pressure to do it. Number two, I'm asking you one question. Do you think Mo would really feel good if you said, Mo, I'm sorry? Yes or no? Not an explanation, because once I'm a good liar. I know when you add 6,000 words to an explanation, it's a lie. All I'm saying is yes or no. Do you think Mo would be like, feel heartfelt if you said, Mo, I'm sorry?
I think any apology from me and having a conversation with Mo would have an impact. I don't think that a particular word.
No, but you can never.
No,
I don't think it's a big difference.
No. I don't think it's a big difference.
Okay, so let me ask you this: when I asked Mo, would she have felt good if you said, "I'm sorry"?
You want me to say
no.
How you want me to say
no.
Don't allowing me to apologize in my way.
Jay, that's always your trick. You use that trick.
How's it a trick?
You always say that's your way. All I'm saying is when Mo's on the show on Monday.
Exactly, Suave.
When Mo's on the show on Monday and I ask her, would it have been nice and felt good if Jay Black would have said, I'm sorry? She's going to say, what do you think she's going to say?
So apologizing.
Here we go.
I'm trying to understand when someone apologizes.
You can never say yes or no.
It's the wording.
Jay, you can never say yes or no. If I ask Mo, is she gonna feel good if Jay Black would have said, I'm sorry? Would she say yes or no? Yes or no, Jay?
I don't know.
But based on the dedication that seems to be virtually unparalleled in this or any space, for the sake of even the people listening and the examples that are being set in public, regardless of what's said afterwards in private, it seems like it might be helpful. Because there are a lot of people listening to see how we solve problems, how we get along, how we move past issues. And it just seems like the more you both talk, it would be easier to move beyond this with a sincere utterance of one word.
And at the satisfaction of who?
What? It's not about
it's not about anybody's satisfaction. I'm just saying, as far as the example set, hey, this wasn't my intent. I don't agree with this characterization of myself. I don't feel like that's the reason. I'm in no way a dictator, but I still am genuinely sorry. Even if you add the if there was any, like it doesn't even have to be an admission of any type of guilt, but just to express that sincere connection with the person just based on the dedication they've showed by coming on the show.
So in order to move forward, and I am willing to. But this is for Mike. I know this is for Mike.
No, it's not for Mike. No, it's not for Mike.
It is because you're the one pressing the issue with this one word for some weird reason. And I'm like, why are you trying to force this one word? When someone apologizes, they apologize in their way and let
you don't get to apologize in your way. You get to apologize the way the person accepts it.
How do we know she's not going to accept an apology?
She's not, because I'm sorry is better than I apologize.
In your opinion, me having a one-on-one dialogue with her.
I just said let's just wait till Monday.
All right.
But in the meantime, we don't know, because I'm thinking if I played this back and I saw how hard it was to get this apology, and I was Mo, I might feel some type of way about the debate about the apology more so than the fact that I got on the call. I'll be
So, Dr. Smith, so in your words, when someone apologizes, they is certain words that they have to use. They can't apologize in their way and being sincere.
No,
in my
that's
apologies.
what you don't get. No,
and I
you don't.
apologize
You don't get.
and explaining. Hey,
No.
I could have said no, Mo. I know you want to do the show, but no, you don't have to.
You don't get to apologize. What makes you comfortable?
How are
my
you
dude?
jumping in? You still trying to control the narrative.
Because you're crazy when you think that you can apologize in the way that's comfortable for you.
Okay, how about this? You apologize in the way you were comfortable thus far, right? You've apologized your way already. Why
and
not
Mike
give it
wasn't
a
good
try?
enough.
I'm saying, but no, I'm not even judging it. I'm saying you've done it that way.
There he goes.
Why not do it the other way also? What's the harm in it? What's the issue with it? Doesn't it seem like, for the sake of moving forward and making sure everybody's good as much as we can, we don't know how she's responding to it, but if giving two types of apologies, one that says sorry and one that doesn't, might make a difference, just the chance that it might seems to be worth sincerely going both ways with the apology. I just don't see the downside. Even if you were pushed, to say it a certain way, I wouldn't hang on to that in a prideful way and make it about Mike in any way. I could remove Mike from the equation and be like, people are watching, Mo is ride or die. I think Mike is tripping, but Mo, I'm blah, blah, blah. Like I could talk directly to Mo, regardless of whatever Mike has been saying for the past 20 minutes, even if I disagreed. And for the people watching.
And you're right. Mo is ride or die. Me having a dialogue with Mo directly, I feel it'd be more impactful than me having additional words just to appease Mike. If Mike wants certain things to be said in a certain way. Whereas though the normal person, when I initially went to apologize, would have accepted that and would have been fine and would have been able to move on.
How do you know?
Mike wants someone to just say the way he wants him to say word for word.
Take my name out your mouth.
You're the one forcing the narrative.
Go. You have not said I'm sorry to a person who's worked with us for 15 years. Don't use me as the scapegoat, dog. You can't say I'm sorry. Don't use me as the scapegoat.
I see that some of the callers are debating the use of the word sorry. And I'm not even commenting in that regard because I have no agreement or disagreement, because I'm still fixed on the point of, regardless of any of that, whether you use sorry when you apologize or not, whether somebody else thinks it's more sincere if you say the word sorry or not, my question remains, what is the downside? What is the issue? What is preventing you from doing everything you plan to do and have done, and also say sorry? Like, why not do all of it? I just don't like. It seems like, for the sake of not letting Mike win or have his way, seems like you're taking the attention, simply by focusing on Mike and not Mo, off of the person who's the apology is directed towards. Like, you shouldn't be thinking about Mike. You should be thinking far more about Mo. And if you're only thinking about Mo, then give her 3 types of apologies, because according to the story y'all just told, she deserves it. She deserves all 3 of those types of apologies. Mike's type, your type, and the type suggested by the callers. She deserves all that. And you could probably do it all within 30 seconds. And then there's nothing anybody could say. And if they do, I think, according to the conversation y'all had with me, you've done everything you could for the moment, and you keep it moving.
I do want to keep it moving. And the fact that my wife's coming back in the room, I'm sorry. Hopefully that helps. But I don't like being forced into just saying something. It has to be sincere. It has to be flow. It has to flow, in my opinion. But I said it.
No, Jay Black's,
you want to keep coming back in this room.
Jay Black's control freak ego never.
Apology. Like, why do you have to put it on Mike?
No, because he's the one trying to force the narrative.
You're not going to be right. You're not going to.
Because when you have a dialogue, it's between you and that individual.
No, but you did it on a platform where everybody sees it.
What do you mean? I apologize on the platform. I did.
Said, I apologize.
I did. No, I didn't say no. I said it.
Well, I'm glad that you said it, and I'd love to pivot with a breaking news announcement that relates to exactly what we're talking about, and you might be able to understand.
You can slam doors all you want. I don't get slamming of the doors. What that mean, though? But go ahead.
I guess the theme of today is pick your battles, because I have an announcement to make that yours truly, after all the conversations we had last week, has received the vaccine.
So he got the vaccine.
Exactly, right?
Now that's a pivot.
Pick your battles is the theme of the day. Because trust me, Jay Black, I was in that position for the past 48 hours where I didn't want to be forced. And we talked about that even when I was on the air. I'll do it, but don't tell me to do it. I got reasons to not do it, and you ain't going to tell me. And man, oh man, I was in that very position you were just in for the past 15 minutes for the past 3 to 4 days. Ever since I was on the show last week, my mom, my family, my boss, people pressuring, asking, concerned, wanting to know, when are you getting it?
Mm-hmm.
And at a certain point, I had to sit back and say, what's in my best interest for the things that I want to do in my life? Is this the hill I want to die on? Is this the most important thing to make this the battle that makes it so I don't do my writing or go into work or go to group gatherings on campus, or I'm able to even like advise students because I'm wearing 2 and 3 masks? Like, is this worth it? Or do I need to choose my battles more wisely? And 3 to 5 years ago, I probably would have been fighting the vaccine right now and dedicating 90% of my energy to arguing with my family and my boss and my mom. But the older, wiser, fearless said, brother, if you want to focus on other people, and if you're here for the students, and if you want to get away from yourself and make it not about you, then there's only one choice to make. I know the risks, I know the danger, I know the research, but once I looked at it through the lens, like Mike was talking about, of my children, of people that are legitimately worried about me. People were legitimately physically worn and stressed because of what I wasn't doing. And I said, like Mike said, I would rather feel the pain and take that stress and pain off of them. I have a person who made a whole entire life for me by giving me this job at Temple. When he asked me to take it, it seemed to be really petty and self-centered of me to say, even though you put me in this amazing position and opened all these doors for me, I have a hunch, and I'm going to use that to decide when I take your tutelage or not. It simply wasn't worth it. I still completely disagree with vaccines, and all the stuff I said is still true.
I was about to ask you.
When I took it away from me and focused on the people I say I care about and the people I say I'm serving, then it wasn't hard for me to sit there for literally 20 seconds and then 15 minutes and keep it moving, even though that's half the reason why I'm reporting live from the bedroom, because I wasn't built to just jump up yet. But in a few hours, I'll be straight. So I was laughing even when y'all was talking, and the whole issue of, what made more sense in picking your battles, because that's been my theme for the week. And I picked my battle, and I think I made the right choice.
And you've made everything, and you're always more logical than me and Jay when we get into this, right? To beat a dead horse, what is it, Jay, that is so hard? Is it because you think somebody is telling you? Wait, I'm not finished. Jay, can I go? But I'm not.
Go ahead.
I just don't like, Jay. I have sat up here and said I'm sorry to people.
That's you.
That's
how you talk. Go ahead.
Jay, I get it, tough guy. I get it.
No, no tough. That's how you speak.
No, because the way you talk, you don't know it, but you act like a tough guy, when in reality, all it is saying sorry to a friend.
A meaningless word that
it's not meaningless.
Meaning in the way that it's coming out versus something that's really deep and meaningful in the way a person speaks, and apologizing should be accepted in that way. Because I would rather have a meaningful I apologize, mom, this is my bad, this is going. I would rather have that than someone just saying, hey, I'm sorry.
Because you don't mean
it's not the same.
You don't, but that's my point. You don't mean you're sorry. That's why you don't say it.
Y'all both missed it. Y'all both missed it. Jay Black just said, for me. He said, I would rather have. And like I said about the shot, if you take it off Jay Black and stop wondering what Jay Black would want and how Jay Black sees it, and focus on Mo and the listeners and all of that, you might come to a different conclusion. Because I was listening to you say, I would rather, to me. And I'm saying, stop looking at who you apologize to through the lens of how you would receive it, because you ain't the one receiving it.
A sincere apology, I think, is more meaningful.
He said, I think. He said, I think. Now, I'd rather you say, according to what I believe, Mo, or from my time with Mo, like, you're not even centering Mo in the apology to Mo. You keep saying, I, me. And to me, that's problematic, because that shouldn't be part of what makes you decide what to say, when to say it. how you feel and how you would want to receive it. You should be thinking about the other person and other people watching and listening. And I think if you remove yourself from that and say, it seems like it's worth a shot. I am sincere. I do value Mo. I don't think Mike is saying this to win a point. He might be saying it because he's frustrated about, Mo having to leave surgery, and it might be emotions on high because of just, it's a serious situation. So all of that could be, more of a part of it than trying to force Jay Black. But in every time you describe it, you do describe it from the perspective of like you're losing something or giving something up. So, like you said, being forced, which I agree with. I don't. If you force me, I won't do it. I got that. But if
it ain't gonna mean the same. It just doesn't mean so.
But you keep saying, but my thing is like Mo's kid is in surgery, and you're
she chose to do this. She wanted to do this just because
she only chose it because of the pressure that you put on her.
I don't put pressure like that.
Jay, you put pressure on everybody.
I don't know, but again, I don't know how to prove any of that.
Oh my God!
Somebody said what happened. So catch him up real quick, Jay. Just bring people up to speed.
Mo, and for you as well. Mo's son is in surgery, and Mo wanted to do the show and said that she'll be in and out a couple of times, but she wanted to do the show today. So for whatever reasons Mo had of wanting to do the show, I supported whatever she wanted to do and said no problem, cool with me, whatever. Mike is saying that I should have shut it down and said, no, regardless of what you want to do, Mo, you're not going to be on the show today. Take this. And he said, I'm dead wrong for not taking that position versus allowing her to be her. So some people cope with things, they do things differently, and she wanted to do the show. I was fine with it. He said, no, I should have shut it down. That was his perspective, and I have my perspective.
And now in this moment, where are we now, though?
Where we now is, I still think an individual is an individual. Whatever they want to do, they should be able to do within reason. Like I could see it going both ways, but for me, I'm never going to shut.
The part about the sorry. I'm saying even in your description just now, you didn't bring up the request for the sorry.
Oh, and then Mike, so I apologized, and Mike wanted me to say the exact word sorry in that apology versus the way that I was apologizing. And then that's where the me and Mike came out of him trying to control the narrative of the apology that I know for me and Mo's relationship that she would be 100% cool with me and her having that dialogue, and that apology would have been fine. But Mike wants it a word is for real.
Jay, she walked out. Hold up. She walked out of surgery with her scrubs on to get a link while her son is having surgery. And you don't think there was pressure that you put on her? Are you kidding me, Jay, right now?
I don't.
Dog, you manipulate people and literally control people so crazy that she left the surgery of her son to do a show she doesn't get paid to do. And then the funny thing is, hold up, let me finish this. Then the funny thing is, you're like, I apologize, but I'm not gonna say I'm sorry. So listen. You won't say I'm sorry, but you will say, hold up, you will say, I apologize, but you won't say I'm sorry. If it's the same thing, your stubborn ass is doing the same thing, but goes, I'm not gonna say I'm sorry to a girl whose son is in surgery.
And that's from your perspective. She wasn't looking for that keyword.
That's not my perspective.
We don't know if she was looking for that keyword. That's you looking for that keyword.
Dog, I'm saying the girl's son is in surgery, and you're particular on apologizing and not saying I'm sorry. Do you know how ridiculous that is, Jay?
No, that's ridiculous.
Someone has to update on Mo's son. Does anybody have an update on Mo's son?
No, I don't. Let me see.
Oh, can you imagine somebody saying, I apologize, but I'm not going to say I'm sorry? Think about that. Dr. Smith, real quick. Can I just ask you this? Can somebody say, I apologize, but I'm not going to say I'm sorry?
I think it's possible. I don't disagree with what Jay said about his way to apologize. I'm just saying I don't think.
But then you don't apologize because apologizing is saying I'm sorry.
Some people might have a different way of that, but to me that's getting off track. To me, looking at the fact that we, for the past 15 to 20 minutes, have not been focused on Mo's son, but have been focused on this apology, it should be, in my opinion, Jay, reason enough for you to say sorry. because you see that the attention is not where it should be. And the show is not going in the prayers and thoughts and love to Mo. Is there a way we could cash app her, send her? Like, the show is not what the show is. And you're the producer. So from a producer standpoint, this is not the show we should be having while Mo's son's in surgery. So if Jay Black, the individual, can't relate, Jay Black, the producer, should be able to say, at a certain point, it leaves the realm of good radio and becomes, we're off base with where we should be focusing today. And it's because of this hang up. So we should try to do whatever we all could do to move forward and start sending prayers to Mo, talking about safety and the difficulties of parenting and all that kind of stuff that might relate a little better to the reality of the situation. Because us focusing on a word when somebody's in surgery, when a child's in surgery, I think we're a little off the rails at this point. It's been about 25 minutes.
No, you're right. We're all off the rails. And look, is at this point is whatever. Like I don't get.
So Mo wanting an apology. That's a great question. But I digress.
Jay, like there's a certain point, dog.
I digress. No, you don't want to fight for the word, but I said it just to move on. But at the same time,
he did say it. He definitely did say it.
And that was
this
just
is what I don't. But
the feeling and meaning behind the apology and apologizing for me is where I feel like that's more impactful to that individual. But yeah, Mo, me knowing Mo.
So what does the word apologize mean? What's the definition of apologize? I just want to know.
You had to Google that. Right now, I'm texting Mo back since she texted me. I'm texting her back.
I just want to know what does the word apologize mean? What's the definition?
Go ahead, y'all can say it.
No, I'm waiting for Dr. Smith. Dr. Smith is looking it up.
Oh no, I was saying remorseful, regretful, sorry, apology. Like I would say all those for apologetic.
That's all I was saying for the last 25 minutes.
But Jay did say sorry, so we can move on.
So we can move on. We can move on.
We did say sorry.
All right. So what's next? So what are we doing?
I think that pick your battles thing is a big deal because I think a lot of people, I thought about it on a larger scale, even like with Jay just now, when he was talking to his lady, you pick it, right? You pick how much you say. You pick how much bass you put in your voice. There's no reason to make anything worse. And I think as men especially, my dad said to me, he never won an argument with the woman he was with. He said, you let me know when you have won an argument. And the older I get, I'm like, you know what?
I never won an argument.
Exactly. But I'm just saying, as I look at this larger theme, I'm thinking there's probably a lot of people right now listening that done picked some battles that the reward is so much smaller than the consequence. I know people that hardly see their kids because of something that's half petty. Like if they were just to say something different or do something small. Like there's people whose whole relationships have been dissolved based on people standing and dying on these hills, these symbolic hills where it's like, bruh, let it go. Sis, let it go. I don't have to say I'm sorry to be sorry.
So we got one comment. I don't have to say I'm sorry to be sorry and say I apologize.
No, very true.
The child is with his mother, and that is what has been apologized for. I don't know the second part. Listen, Jay Black, I apologize if I offended you. I know. I'm sorry.
Here you go with that word.
No. Honestly, I don't get it. So I'm sorry if we don't see eye to eye on that. I just think this has nothing to do with Jay Black. I think we get caught up in like one thing that means the same thing, but we're like, I'm just gonna do it like this. So I've done the same thing in my life. So I'm sorry. Jay Black, if we took this too far. So I say that off the door. So go ahead, Dr. Smith. Whatever you want to speak on, let's speak on it.
No. I mean, me and Jay Black, you give a couple quick topics.
Yeah.
So you can definitely get to news topics we were discussing as well.
Yeah, there were a couple things. It's just so many comments. I guess that we keep that'll get everybody comments up there. So many. I guess that'll keep this going. But yeah, it was so many comments.
An apology is a verbal confirmation of a mistake one made. Personally, I look for the Recognition and actions afterwards. All right, Billy J. Edwards, thank you for that comment. Did a whole live about picking your battles. It's really a key to real happiness. Yeah, I mean, but let's be clear. Picking your battles is a very difficult thing on how to do it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't take the battle up and then you're like, I should have done that. Dr. Smith, Mike can't move on. This has happened before. We understand and love both of them. Mike can't move on because Mike got a 3-hour. Let me explain something, Kathy. Let me explain something to you. Mike and the Takeover Legends have a 3-hour show that we have to talk. So sometimes when topics get heated, you keep it going because there's 3 hours to be filled for your entertainment. So I've gone through this before when Mike can't let things go. Mike can't let things go because it fills an hour and a half of people being passionate about something. The same way y'all kept saying Charlemagne can't let things go. The same way y'all said Bill O'Reilly can't let things go. These people have to fill time up. And when you get something, as much as I believe in what I said and Jay believes in what he says, you keep it going. It's not letting it go. It's making content so you can be entertained and make comments. David Burns. Put David on. Sorry. This is the way Jay Black expresses himself out to the world as being brutally honest. But check back. Be careful what you say and wish for because karma can be God's girlfriend. I don't. Okay. Well, I'm not a big karma fan, but I get it.
Yeah, and I'm fine with apologies.
And Dr. Smith, if you want to say anything on these comments, you can please feel free to say anything on it.
No, I do think it's a big theme. The picking your battles theme is and somebody called it the key to happiness because if anybody I'm around or care about is upset in a way that I can remedy, I'm gonna try to do whatever I can without like causing material injury to myself, right? If I can do it. And that's why I said, let's say, even with the discussion we just had, let's say you're totally right. Because my whole thing is that cost versus reward. If you just approach situations like that, a lot of people will come to different conclusions. What could this cost me? What can this get me? Is it worth it? What's the long-term effects potentially? And I don't think a lot of people go about their daily lives enough with those kind of considerations. I mean, everything from somebody like bumping my car at 3 miles an hour. Yes, I can hop out. I can cuss him out, but he can shoot me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know. Yeah. I'm not gonna act like, oh, Dr. Smith never gets mad in traffic. No, I'm saying I've been on both sides of that, and I could reflect on some times where there was nothing to be gained. I can remember being outside of my car, which could have ended in fatally, a fatal interaction, yelling and screaming. And when I look back and say, what were you trying to gain? Making a point? You could have died to make a point to a stranger that didn't agree with you no matter what you said or did. And I have to reflect and be like, not worth it. Bad battle choice. And people do it every day. I'm not exempt. I'm just saying, I think that us bringing this to light as people go throughout their day, it's like, think about what it's worth, what it costs, whether it's something possible for you to do. And if you can make a positive change without hurting yourself, whether you agree with it or not on certain levels, I think there's a lot of good people could do and a lot of hurt that they can avoid.
And I think that's absolutely right. Go back to the comment before this. And I just want an explanation because I'm lost. I'm lost. I'm lost on this. What is the difference between an apology and this has nothing to do with Jay. I just want to know what the difference is between an apology and saying I'm sorry. I just want to know what the difference is.
In mode text, by the way, they just got him sedated, so he was fighting it. So they just got him sedated, and the surgery is beginning. They're doing blood work and all that good stuff. So far so good. Everything's good.
So what is the difference between an apology and that is what we're all worried about?
So you said sorry versus an apology, right? That's
what is the difference?
Someone demanding someone to say the word versus accepting
I'm saying
the apology?
No.
That was shady. That was shady. But go ahead.
What is shady?
No, that was the way I just said that was shady because you were demanding the word versus accepting the apology.
I'm saying, what's the difference between an apology and saying I'm sorry?
There's a suitable difference between. I'm about to say, they got it right here. There's a suitable difference between saying I'm sorry and I apologize. An apology is a formal admission of a wrongdoing. It may or may not be heartfelt, i.e., a person may apologize without feeling remorseful. Or on the other hand, saying I'm sorry is usually seen as being a true admission of regret.
So my point was, I'm sorry is heartfelt.
Maybe perceived.
Okay, and I apologize is not.
No, they didn't say. They said for some people, it depends. People,
there's a different level of sincerity with the word sorry. But my thing was, since I was talking about battles, even in my mind before I got on, when you posed the scenario to me, my whole thing was, why not say both? Let's keep it moving. Let's not offend if we don't have to. Nothing to gain here by holding my ground. That's why I was asking Jay. That's why I said to Jay, even if I agree with you completely, and I think you're absolutely right, why not just say, I apologize and I'm sorry? Like, it just doesn't seem like, even when I just said it, it doesn't seem like it's worth the back and forth to not say it unless we're viewing it, like we're giving something up or being forced. But to me, we have to remove those feelings to make the best decisions in terms of like what battles we choose. Because one of the best ways to choose the right way is to know it's not all about us. And once we start thinking about how we feel and we think, we're never going to relate the same way to other people and be able to comfort other people and serve other people. Like the only way you're really serving other people is to think what they feel and put them first and all that, great stuff that you all do waking up early in the morning, even to do the show. So that's why I was saying, even as a producer, if we keep the listeners first at a certain point, even if you're totally right, after about 15 minutes,
let it go.
Yeah. And that's why I'm glad that Mike let it go. I'm glad you said sorry.
We ain't let it go. I don't know. You mediated that what I thought was very well, as far as having that additional dialogue, but in sake of moving forward, because but for me, deep down, I know my apology and apologizing means so much more and sincere than me just saying a word that didn't have that same tone for me in that moment.
You just said the definition of a.
No, I say what it can mean to different people. What I'm saying is when I apologize, I feel it's more heartfelt when I'm giving that, because I know I mean it more. I'm saying it more, and I'm meaning that. Me just saying sorry that doesn't have the same weight to me in that way. So like people, is the way you speak, is the way how you communicate.
So what you're saying is, if I offended you and I said I apologize.
And you went into your explanation.
No,
and you said,
I came to you and said, Jay, I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry.
I think you reached an agree to disagree point. I think we can.
No, I know we've reached it. And we're never gonna, because and I'm gonna be honest with you. And no, I'm not gonna let it go, because I know what good radio is. I know what good radio is.
You do.
I know what good radio is, and I know what good TV is. But my thing is, I know in my heart that if I did something to affect Jay Black and I had done something really bad and said, yo, dog, I apologize. And then I came up to him in the same sense and said, dog, I'm sorry that I did that. I'm sorry that I said that. I'm sorry on what happened when we were in the car leaving the club.
You saw you gave more explanation with the sorry, but not with the apology. If you did it with the apology, it's all the same. I'm not going to say the word I'm sorry. I'm not looking for a key word.
At the end of the day, no matter what I say, I know you for a long time. You're not going to agree. Even if you did agree, I know you're not going to agree.
I'm going to accept your apology the same way I would any other apology.
Jay,
we keeping it moving.
I know for a fact I've been in situations with you where I can prove that this is not true.
Where someone said I'm sorry versus apologize?
Where I said when I said I'm sorry, but I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah,
and I know that you said you were sorry when you put us in bad predicaments, and you said it, but you're not gonna remember that now.
What, getting locked up? That was my bad. I was wild.
No. So, you said I'm sorry, and we were right there, and I grabbed that absolute bottle.
I was still drunk. What do you mean?
Okay, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, we was both.
No,
well,
no,
I
no,
was
no,
way
no,
more,
no.
but
You're,
yeah.
you're.
I don't remember that
no,
at
no,
all.
no, no. When I picked you up from 30th Street Station, you were not drunk. But I'm not, because I know it turns into, this is not about what really happened. It's about you want to win, and you're right. You won.
No, it's not about winning. It's just
Because I know
understanding.
your heart.
I get.
Because I know your heart, and I know when you say when you get caught up in sorry and apologizing, it's not about what you feel. It's about victory, and I'm not gonna lose. That's all it is. Because dog, you've been sorry.
I don't like nobody trying to force me to say a key word just to
But do you
satisfy their
see what I'm
needs.
saying? It's all about I don't like what
don't like
somebody's
that.
doing, but I
that.
know the fact that you've been sorry before.
Yeah.
It's impossible to be a man in America and not have been sorry before. It's impossible.
Did you know you was gonna be in this conversation, Jay? And that's why you wore that T-shirt? Because that's hilarious.
Yes.
Honestly, not.
Literally. Every time y'all go back and forth, I look at that shirt and I'm like, yo, this is hilarious. And you got that shirt on.
Yo, I'm not arguing. I'm just explaining why I'm right. Yeah, literally, my wife made that shirt. My wife was like, yo,
but not to overthink stuff. Is the manifestation is I'm never gonna be wrong.
No, I could argue why I'm right without. We're not arguing. I could be explaining why.
I will say
people think it's arguing.
I will say one thing in life, in our friendship, there's never been a time when you were like, I'm wrong. Ever.
I've said my bad. It was my fault. I'm sure.
No.
You talking the key word, so you focusing on the word.
The wordplay.
That's you though.
That means the most. That means the most to you. That means the most to you. Your thing is like, I could be wrong. My bad. You have never just been like, I'm wrong.
I've had to say I'm wrong before because I know I've
been.
But
the time you said sorry. No, I'm saying the time you, Mike. The time you said.
Mike, you said I said sorry. There it is.
Oh, 30th Street Station. I picked this dude up. He's gone. He's taking us through twists and turns. He was like, my bad, and then slipped up on my. I'm sorry.
I'm saying so. He has done it.
Yeah, that was the one time I've heard him. That's when we're passing the absolute. But wrong, dog. Jay Black has never. His team can go 0-17. And I say, you said they were going to go to the Super Bowl, and he won't say out. His infatuation with never saying he's wrong is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. That dude will not say he's wrong for any single thing ever.
I think you're over exaggerating, but hey.
Well, my thing is like, look, it's your personal life. When have you said you're wrong?
I'm sure I have.
Check the comments out. See a lot of good comments.
Jay Black, is it more important to be right and allow the other person to feel that your apology is sincere?
But it's hard to have somebody feel sincere.
Wait, let him answer. Go ahead.
No, it's hard for someone to feel sincere if I'm not sincere and just saying a word versus me apologizing in a way that I want to apologize and go through that. I think that's more sincere to have a sincere apology versus someone saying I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
That's just my thought process.
But the comments are showing that there are people who agree with both of y'all. Some people are agreeing with Mike. Some people are agreeing with Jay. That's why I said I think it's fine to agree, disagree. You're representing two different ways to approach it.
They called us Claude and what's the name before from Life? Remember Life? Eddie and Martin. They were calling us Claude and Red.
No, there is a problem when I ask you or ask anybody, when have you been wrong? And you go, I'm sure I have been.
Yeah, in the moment, I'm not thinking of one's like, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. You people wrong all the time.
Okay, so when?
The comments are messy. Ask his wife if she agrees with Mike.
I'm not even getting into that. I just want to know, Jay, when's the last time you were wrong?
Don't have her come back in this room.
No, Jay. No. Let's stay focused on Jay. When's the last time you were wrong?
I was wrong when I allowed you to get me into this debate about sorry versus apology. That's the last time I was wrong. I was wrong for allowing that to happen.
Other than that, when have you been wrong?
That was funny though. That was funny.
Yeah, that was hilarious. But that's his deflection. He's a deflector. When was the last time you deflect?
I can't win.
No.
Mike got a reason for everything.
No. Because when was the last time you were wrong?
Mike, no one sits here and think every time you're wrong and keeping a notebook
Hey,
of every
Dr.
time
Smith.
I'm wrong.
Hey, Dr. Smith. When was the last time you were wrong?
Off the top of your head.
I'm talking to Dr. Smith.
This week, when I didn't put the feelings, thoughts, and concerns of my family, close friends, and people who really cared about me above my own research initiatives in terms of this vaccine. Once I got out the way and made it and realized it wasn't all about me, a lot of things opened up for me.
Now,
like my daughter jumped for joy. Like if you're able to make your child happy, and I couldn't even see that. I couldn't see what I was able to do for my daughter because I was thinking about myself and doing my research. And once I got out of my own way and thought about other people more, and before I thought about myself, that to me, I was like, I was wrong. I was wrong to only be like me. Because I wasn't just prioritizing me. I wasn't really considering the other people. And if I did, I would have at least a more balanced perspective. Even if I still chose not to get it, my perspective was completely out of balance in that I was 90% focused on what I felt, what I wanted, and what I thought. And I was really not legitimately taking into consideration the concerns of other people. Billy said the 8-year-old in the car, and she says, it's hard to say sorry. Real rap. And that's why I said the example we set.
8-year-old.
Remember earlier, Jay? I said,
wait, Dr. Smith, ask me. Ask me when was the last time I was wrong?
When were you wrong, Mike? When's the last time?
Last time I was wrong when I took for granted everything that Stacey does in this house. And I had complaints about things that weren't being done on food that wasn't in here and the healthy food that wasn't in here. And Dr. Smith gave me an example of how he was feeling the same way. And I realized I was wrong because I underestimated everything that she does in here that I'm not built to do, that I haven't been here for. And I was wrong. Now,
you coming in and tell me last time I was wrong?
No,
Lady Q.
Now, that was easy for two grown men. Not saying you're not grown. I just want to know when the last time you were wrong, Jay. That's it.
See, once again, Mike try to control the narrative and put pressure on someone.
I just asked the question.
And already acknowledged it and answered it twice.
What's the answer?
Off the top of my head, I'm not sitting there keeping a notebook of the last time I was wrong to keep a track record of that. So I'm sure there's multiple scenarios when I'm wrong, but in this exact moment, I'm not able to just sit here and say, and blurt out what you blurted out.
Okay.
And plus, I do agree that everybody has very different challenges. There are things that you two can do without even blinking or thinking that I might take an hour and struggle emotionally to get through. So, like everybody has that kind of thing where it's like, this comes naturally to me. This is easy for me. And it might be one of the most difficult things to somebody else, even though it seems like it's no big deal and it wouldn't be hard at all. So I do concede that everybody has challenges in their life. Because you might say, what's the big deal? Why is it so hard? There are things that might appear very easy to most of the listeners and to both of you that if the topic came up, I'd be like struggling with it. So, if that's one of the things that doesn't come as naturally and quick to Jay, I do concede that we all do have those things. I'm sure there's other topics y'all could bring up where I'm like, and y'all be like, Fearless, what are you talking about? Why not? It's so easy. It makes no sense not to. And everybody has,
Dr. Smith has a hang up. If I tell him Tupac was overrated, he'll lose his mind. Like, I'm playing, Dr. Smith. I'm playing.
No,
Go back to the comments so we read the last 3 comics. I don't feel like I don't want to feel like I'm just picking and choosing. Action. What's the next one? No,
I think that was it. My wife.
No, they were like 3 of them.
It was the ones before that.
You can say today, that's what he want you to say. There was the next one. So what the doctor saying, Jay Black, you have to get that me mentality attitude off your shoulders because it's not good to carry around at all from you. Next one. There was another one after that. That wasn't the one I was looking for. There was another one. Jay Black, you're proving Mike's point. That's definitely not the one I wanted, but thank you. Last time I was wrong. I should have smoked before I started listening today. Exactly. That's the one I was looking for. That was the comment. Thank you, Action. That was the comment I was looking for.
With the wake and bake.
Oh God! Yeah, my wife wanted to hear what Dr. Smith had to say today. So we did have this. It was a clip. Shifting gears. It was another George Zimmerman-esque situation that happened, and where we had a gentleman that stopped a young black male in the street, and and said he had him on tape breaking into cars and called 911. It was this whole big thing. And actually, I think we have this clip to take a look at and get the doctor's perspective.
You work here? You live here? You live here? Where? I live right there. Where you live? What's the address? Huh? You're not going anywhere. You're being detained. You're not going anywhere.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry?
I can go.
You stay right where you at. Police paramedical. You stay right where you at. Hello?
Hello, 911.
Good morning. I have somebody breaking into the cars. We got it on video, and I got it right here in front of me.
Okay, what's the address?
I'm in Lakeshore Ranch Drive.
Okay, what's the numerical?
Huh?
What's the numbers?
But we on the corner of Lakeshore Ranch, right on the entrance.
Okay, near Wheeler Road?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, bear with me. And is this person white, black, Hispanic?
Huh? He's a black guy.
He's a black guy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is it an adult, a juvenile?
You stay right where you are. I'm telling you this. Well, you should be, because you can't be breaking into people's place. We got you on video, so relax. Relax.
Okay. What kind of clothes is he wearing?
He's wearing khakis, black shirt, and backpack. I think he's still one of the bikes.
Okay, does he have any weapons on him?
I don't see any, but I got him with his hands up. Okay. I'm an off-duty officer.
So you got this. So he's off-duty officer. You think he's still a bike? Go ahead.
Hello, Miss Scott.
Hey, Dr. Smith.
So wanted to get Dr. Smith's thoughts on that. He detained the guy, said he had him on video. Turns out he didn't have any video. He wasn't an off-duty officer, and they ended up charging him, with I guess false claims related. So my first thought was, why did the boy stop? Why didn't he keep going? You can't just detain somebody as being another citizen. But was he scared? And that's why he stayed, because of a George Zimmerman and not wanting to get shot, trying to keep it pushing. I don't know. Well, what are your thoughts when you see that?
Well, my thoughts on the why did he stop is exactly what you said in terms of Trayvon and George Zimmerman, because like we've seen, no matter what we do, right? If you keep walking like Trayvon, bad ending. If you stop, bad ending. If you sleep, bad ending. If you sell water, bad ending. If you take a walk, like every time we try to do something, we can't kneel, we can't sit, we can't lay, we can't speak out, we can't stay quiet. Like, I think at this point, we really have to look at how people are being indoctrinated with regards to control of Black bodies, because it doesn't matter if it's a non-white Hispanic like Zimmerman or a neo-Nazi. People are being given these cues about how they are somehow deputized to still control Black bodies, since that was the order of the day. This is still somehow the messaging that people are receiving. Somebody's passing along this message that you can walk up to these people and demand documentation from them, whether you are law enforcement or not, because it's happening far too often to not realize that it's systemic. It's not just some racist parent saying, oh, when you see a Black person, you can ask them stuff. There is a widespread problem with the reasons why people feel as though sometimes 40, 50, 60-year-old people feel as though they are still living in a time where they could just walk up to Black people, deny them all constitutional rights, treat them like some type of refugee, escaped slave, or property, and demand of them things that no human being in America should ever be required to give another citizen, sometimes not even required to give law enforcement. And I don't think people are looking at how we got here. There's a book called The Invention of Whiteness. The Invention of Whiteness, and there's a The Invention of the White Race. It's a 2-volume book, The Invention of the White Race, and it talks about how during like Bacon's Rebellion there were no white people. There were Englishmen, Scotsmen, Dutchmen, and they talk about when they tried to start calling people by colors and crayons, it was for a very specific purpose. And it's very clearly written in a lot of the literature of the day that we are deciding to be this because it connects us despite our class, and it's going to help us secure a power dynamic over the others and the Negroes and the coloreds, right? Like this is part of what whiteness is. Whiteness is not just arbitrarily not black. And a lot of people, even people that want to be white, that are sometimes considered other things, they have a clear history of when other groups were white versus when they weren't, and they see the difference in the treatment. Whether it's the Italians, there's a book called When the Jews became white folk. Like, people know what they're doing and how we got here, but they try to act like, oh, I would do this to anybody, although we've never seen a 60-year-old man get approached walking, minding his business, and held on some crazy vigilante citizen's arrest. I've never seen it. I've never seen a white man laying face down on somebody's lawn because some black man was suspicious or some other white man was suspicious, unless they were actually doing something or really suspected a crime.
So like, to add more context, he wasn't white. He was a Hispanic male that stopped him.
But again,
now,
like
does that change?
And he sounded intoxicated.
Yes, and had trouble making a coherent sentence. But the history of whiteness is like the cool table at junior high. Everybody wants to be down. So when the Italians were being called the N-word and the Irish were being called the N-word, they found a way to accept this devil's bargain. Instead of saying, no, you were just being mean girls to us and treating us terribly, we don't want to be part of your group. They all took the bait. And they all said, well, we'll start being mean to other people. As long as we're not on the bottom, we'll join the white club. Because the Irish were not part of that club for a long time. Italians were not part of that club for a long time. Jews were not part of that club. So now we got Hispanics coming over here, looking around and seeing how things are. Oh, it's white and black. And this is what happens when you're white. And this is what happens when you're black. Well, it doesn't take a genius to make a choice. White it is. And that's why you very seldom see, especially in these vigilante types, a Hispanic person claiming their black roots, because they don't seem to be able to they're mutually exclusive. You embracing your blackness and harassing black people in the vigilante style. People are making a choice. They're picking a side. And America has established it that people are picking sides. And that's why a lot of biracial people are having a lot of issues with identity from Barack Obama on down, because America creates this dialectic where you can't have nuance and you can't go along continuum. You have to pick a side, and when people can't do that genetically or with regards to their life experience, there's a lot of problems that come from that. But they have to stop teaching and sending messages that it's okay to just approach citizens in unconstitutional ways and demand things of them when you have not been deputized or took no oath to do so. People are dying.
Detained. Yeah, he said you're being detained. You ain't going nowhere.
Look, and this is not the right way to handle it. I'm going to say this. People will stop doing it when they start losing their life when they do it. People will stop effing with people when the result is your life's in danger. I'm just gonna say it. When you start stopping people and they start ending your life, then you'll chill. When George Zimmerman died,
how old was the person? But how old was the person?
He was like in his 30s, almost 40, stopping a teenager and picking and choosing who he's gonna stop.
But I'm saying, but the fact that they're attacking our children,
yeah,
like, I feel you, Mike. For me and you, I'm feeling you. But I'm like, what do we do with Tamir Rice and Trayvon Martin? Like, we can't.
No, you're absolutely right. And Trayvon tried to fight back, and the kid and this, and I don't even know what to say. All I know is that these people, I don't know. I shouldn't even comment on this, because at this point, I need kids to ride bikes with a gun on their hips, since y'all want to play so much.
Well, that ain't the answer. But
in Texas is the answer.
No, I'm saying the debates we had about critical race.
So he was 56. He's 56. The guy was 56.
Oh my gosh.
Luis.
He almost collected Medicare or Medicaid or something.
So what was you about to say? You said critical race theory. What were you saying, Doc?
The fact that there is so much pushback in the face of the death of children and the harassment of our children on such a massive level, that people are still objecting to the type of conversations and curriculum that, like we said earlier, the fact that it might improve in any even small way, empathy or the recognition of the full humanity of African people. If there's a 1 in a million chance, everybody resisting those types of conversation and information, the blood is on their hands to some extent. Like, let people have real conversations in school and grow up recognizing people as human beings and not as former slaves or former property or somehow lesser than. Because right now, whatever they're teaching, we see the manifestations and the end result. It's not good. We got to try something different, because the textbooks they're getting and the lessons they're getting right now are not giving people that respect for one another and that appreciation and the ability to not murder children. Like, I don't understand why people aren't clamoring to do something different. I don't care if it's critical race, whatever you call it. People should be like, well, we definitely have to do something different than we were given, because this is a norm that should not be a norm right now. We're hearing these stories every day. Grown people.
But with the critical race theory, I totally understand why white people don't want that. I totally get it. Like, I totally understand why y'all don't want this truth to be actually taught in rational classrooms. You don't want to be portrayed on what you took part in. I get it. Like, I get the Bill Maher's of the world talking about, well, we don't want to be looked at as the oppressors. Like, we get, like, slavery should be talked about. This should be talked about. But if this is going to make white people look at like oppressors, we don't want it. Oh, my bad. I didn't know who else was the oppressor.
No, but I'm saying, but black people have been extremely uncomfortable for generations when the topic of slavery is taught in these white schools. And nobody once ever even considered, how do these if we're so concerned about how the white children might receive the lessons that we haven't even given yet, why haven't we taken a similar look at the impacts and negative effects of these lessons on the black students who don't even like history anymore because of the way it's introduced to them in terms of slavery, and they don't even want to learn about their own people because of the way white people have started their history in slavery. Like, they never once said, wait, if we're this concerned about the way that the educational system might affect white kids negatively, maybe we should have thought about or think about how the existing system is negatively affecting black people. But
Absolutely.
to not even take that logical turn is very telling. That you're afraid of what might happen with your kids, but you have no concern of what's been happening with ours.
Been happening. There are books now that are coming out, that there are certain books that are coming out that are trying to say slavery, and they're trying to make it immigration.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to say slavery was immigration.
They said workers, immigrants, all kind of stuff. But in these private schools, I'm saying these private schools, in a lot of private Christian schools, these major textbook creators are influencing hundreds of thousands, if not millions of children. So we're going to have to deal, Mike and Jay and Shawnee, we're going to have to deal in 20 years with people who receive this education.
Yes.
Or miseducation. Like, and that's the tragedy. The tragedy is we're going to have full-blown adults running for political office who really think black people came here on their own free will and accord, and they had a great opportunity as immigrant workers. And we're going to have to break through all of that to even get to the point where we can even have a discussion about stopping the murder of innocent children and unarmed black men and women. So I see that they're stacking the deck on their side. That's why I think it's really important incumbent upon black people to force these conversations in every space possible, so that people look crazy when they, come with these antiquated, outdated ideologies years from now. But I think we can do that. We can make it so you're going to look like a real weirdo, like the people outside the Columbus statue with guns in Philly defending the statue. A lot of people are like, that's kind of off, right? So I think we can make it so they can do their type of education, but the majority of people are going to know that it's not true.
So, Dr. Smith, I want to ask you, because Temple's not an HBCU, but I mean, I kind of feel like it's kind of like, but
don't say that. My HBCU brothers and sisters get very
they'll
upset.
get upset. Okay, so I will say, with HBCUs, does that make it that much more important for schools like that to be for African American young men and women to attend, so they can get and I've never attended, so I don't know what goes on. If critical race theory is just like there's a different history where they show different stuff at the HBCUs, explain to me, and how is that more important now than ever?
Yeah, so Derek Bell, before Kimberly Crenshaw, later coined the phrase critical race theory, the legal theory they taught in law school. Nobody's teaching that 12 to, K to 12. And most colleges aren't having major discussions about critical race theory. It's really just like a red herring or straw man with a distraction to get people away from those truths that we were talking about. But I never thought in my lifetime we would have top draft picks choosing HBCUs in various sports. I never thought that we'd have this renaissance of people going to these colleges in numbers when they were offered, full rides at these other so-called prestigious colleges. So I really commend the millennials in recognizing that it's not about what other people do, but it's how you respond to it. People could call you anything. People could do whatever they want to do. They can miseducate their kids all they want. How are we going to respond? We're not going to beg other people. We're not going to worry so much about what they do that we can't make progress. And I love the response of a lot of the young people where it's like, we're going to go back home. We start to see the value of these institutions where for about 15 years, from a different world to now, that lapse in between a different world to now where, might have stalled a little bit. I'm saying people are now realizing again, oh, this is what mom and grandma was talking about when they said they went to Spelman and why it was different. And you know what? I think that I need to get away from the lies instead of begging people to stop lying and fighting against people who are lying and wasting all my energy with that. I need to just go get the truth and let the lies take care of themselves. Because it ain't going to
stop. So in that case, I'm sorry, Jay, you got a question?
No. I know you're just moving on because I know it was another clip I wanted to get his thoughts on, but go ahead.
All right, play the clip. Go ahead, play the clip.
So it was a young lady had called the police on her husband and said it was some mental illness there, but somehow it resulted in a cop sicking a dog on the gentleman, and I just wanted to know if this was handled properly and his
don't sound like it.
A dog involved. It don't sound like it ever goes right if there's a dog involved.
It's a little long.
For the listeners, for anybody that remembers the Ferguson report, when Eric Holder was talking about the amount of times dogs were used, and it was even in the Obama 3-part docuseries that just came out, about the More Perfect Union. In some of these instances, 88 to 90+% of the time dogs were used, it was African Americans. So they're almost exclusively sicking dogs on us, despite the sensitive history of us and law enforcement and dogs. 88, sometimes 99% of the time, dogs are used with a lot of these departments. It's on Black people. So I think this person is going to be of African American by the way you described it.
And it's just under 2 minutes. So it's just under 2 minutes. Let's take a look.
Go ahead.
How's it going, man? What? We're just here to make sure everything's okay. 461, step it up. He's being disorderly. Hey, just calm down, man. It's okay. We're just here to help out.
Nobody called you. Who called you?
We're just here to help out. Yep.
Okay, so my son calls. I think he got scared. I don't know if he took anything or something, but he's not his normal self, and he's like breathing hard. And
sir, just stay back there, okay? I do have a canine, sir. If you come up on me, he's gonna bite you, okay? Okay. I'm just letting you know. It hurts, okay? So just stay back there.
I just got on the phone with the lady that he was talking to.
Stay back there, sir.
I told her.
Does he normally take anything?
No, so I don't know if he took, like he had the pin thing or whatever every once in a blue moon, but he had to get like some weed or something, and I don't know if it was bad or what. He's never been like this. We've been together for 2 years, and I've never seen him like this ever in my life. So I don't know if it's something mental that slipped or what, but he is not in his right mind whatsoever. He is completely.
So he punched stuff in the house and everything?
Well, he punched the outside wall, and he threw down a chair. But
I'm code 4 right now, but he's standing in the driveway balling up his fists and being disorderly. So I'm just standing by talking to my wife.
And all this other stuff. I think something mentally happened.
I know.
So,
I got you. Boss man, listen, we're here to help. We're here to help. You're being up here for no reason. Hey, just be advised, I'm going to pop the door if he comes up. So.
Hey, we're just here to talk. What's going on, man? What's going on? What's going on, man?
Hey, ma'am. Can you come here? So we're here now. We have to deal with it. We want to try to de-escalate, which is not happening, but we have, allegedly, we have crimes that have been committed in the house, right?
Well, it's his, no,
Or it's his house?
Yeah, it's his house. So
Okay. So he just punched walls and
yeah,
stuff?
he just punched the outside mantle here. But I don't know if it's a mix of alcohol and something else, but
Hey, I'm gonna get the dog out. Ma'am, go stand by your front door. Watch him. Watch him. Watch him. Watch him, Aries. Watch him. Watch him.
Dude, what's going on? Talk to us, man. I'm fine. Who called you? It doesn't matter who you call, right?
461, just be advised, K9's deployed.
Hey, sir, come here. Sir, don't go back in the house. Take the car.
Can y'all come either go over here? Hey, sir, I need you to come over here and talk to me. Sir, you can't get on. Sir, come talk to us. Come here. Come here. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Don't fight with us or the dog will bite you. Don't fight with us or the dog will bite you.
No. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. Who called you, brother? Who called you? Brother, who called you? Hold on.
Hey, Gordon, look out. Look out. Get him, Mary. Bite him. Get him. Pocket. No. Los.
Hold on. Ow.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back.
Ow. Get this dog off of me. Ow. I didn't do nothing to you. Ow. Get this dog off.
Wait, why did it stop? Oh. Well, that's the gist of it. And he kept letting the dog go and bite him 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 and bite him.
We need a fundamental shift on how we engage law enforcement just collectively. Like, even when the sister was first talking to the police, I was shaking my head before. When he started talking from far away, I was shaking my head. When she started talking about he was smoking weed, I was like, oh, damn. Like, there was so many times in that video where I was like, no, we can't do this. We have to know. I think it was Neely Fuller, the compensatory code, is a scholar who says, if you don't understand white supremacy and racism, everything else will only confuse you. And he said, we got to stop acting, and I'm talking mostly to black men in this instance, we got to stop acting as though we have some secret army somewhere that's going to come to our aid. Your job is to survive the encounter. Stop at the side of the road lawyering. Stop arguing when the cops come. Your only job when you're behind enemy lines is to get from being a POW back to the level where you could be on the battlefield and get, husky again. When John McCain was in that prison camp, he was not waving a flag, yelling, busting shots. He was trying to get home. Whenever you see them pictures of POWs, when they behind enemy lines, they shutting up. There's nobody you could call that's going to come and change the situation. You need to understand that, behave accordingly. I know it hurt your pride. I know it's not what you want to do. I know it's not fair. But on some level, brothers, you're not winning at the side of the road. You have a better chance in court. Even if you want to do a Chris Dorner and attack them, it's better to not attack them when they're standing over you with backup and a bulletproof vest and a radio. It's better to wait till they're off work. Because even the guy that went and attacked his own fellow police officers, remember Chris Dorner, he didn't do it while they were on duty. So while they're on duty, standing over your car or at your address, that is not the time to be arguing. And you're a man. Stop with the talking. And I'm not saying it like I've never done it. I'm just saying that don't help us. I've never seen a black man husky, bass in his voice, talk his way out of negative interaction with police. Anytime you start talking the way he was talking, nobody even called y'all. It never helps the situation. 1,000% of the time. Now, for our sister, we're going to have to get to the point where we realize that these cops ain't on our side. And men need to take the law. He's less abusive. I got all that. But I'm still gonna say to my sisters, chill, y'all, with this. The cops gonna make it better. Because it seems like no matter how bad it is in the house, at least 50% of the time, the cops make it worse.
It's his house. It's his house.
But I've seen people say, "Oh, he was getting physical with me," and on some level, I'd be like, "Y'all got a back door and a front door." I've seen couples argue a lot of times. Both parties be keeping it going. Almost every time I've seen people, especially when they try to get a little physical, both parties be keeping it going. It's very seldom one person running to every door the other person's trying to go to, trying to escape and totally avoid confrontation. So let's not act like, even with the R. Kelly documents, you're like, he locked us all indoors. And I was like, wait, don't you have windows in the house? Like stop.
How does the mental health aspect play a part?
I had to call the murderers because he pushed me. Walk out the house. Now, if you got children in the house, different story. I fully understand. But if it's just two adults in the house, the same way I'm urging my brothers to take a walk sometimes and just leave sometimes.
But he wasn't in his right mental. But that guy wasn't in his right mental.
Again, if you feel that way, sometimes you might need to take a break. You might need to go to a family member's house then. Because calling these killers with these dogs, it just ain't, they're not the answer. Now, if they got a healthcare, mental health services, you still want people to get committed. Like, we know that the cops don't even deal with that kind of situation the right way. If everything she's saying is true and he's on some mental issue, the cops ain't the ones. We've seen that time and again. They don't even understand. They're not even skilled to diagnose these things to even know what's going on mentally. So why are you just calling these unprepared people with guns whose first resort is violence? Go to your girlfriend's house. Go to your mom's house. See if he calmed down. Like, try everything you can before you call them. Please try to make, I'm saying please. Now, if you're cornered in the house, I get it. But if you can leave and you just think he's tripping, we black men and women, we have to start looking at this differently.
Oh, so you're saying the family should have just left him alone? So you're suggesting the family leave him alone rather than, I think she said her son got scared and called the cops. So you're saying rather than calling the law, if they left the house to leave him alone.
But I'm saying that's a lot with training, because I try to train my kids early as hell. Unless you think you're going to die. Like, if your family starts arguing, do not grab your phone and call 911 because your family's arguing. You could be at Thanksgiving and your uncle get drunk. If people arguing, that's not a reason to call people with guns.
That's domestic. Everybody going. Yeah.
If you don't see no danger physically or nothing really going on, don't let people cursing and pushing get you to have SWAT outside our house. And when you go to school on Monday, don't be talking about my uncle and my cousins was pushing. Like, come on, let's get this clear. There's certain things that are family business. And if ain't no real danger, because that's what other cultures do. When you, Mike, Jay, Shawnee, when you see an Asian couple calling the cops talking like that ever? They don't have arguments. They don't have mental health issues. They don't have abuse. Never. Because somewhere in their culture, they're like, we ain't going to call them.
So the comment says she told him that she didn't know the cops was bringing dogs, I'm sure. And we're trying to go ahead.
But the fact that they might, full circle what we talked about at the beginning. The fact that it could be a possibility.
I can't with the I need to be able to trust the police in that case. Okay.
It would be nice too. I would like to as well. I would love to be able to call the people who swore an oath to keep the peace and serve and protect me to do that. I would love if that was the world I lived in. I would love if the times that I was the most disrespected and the most in danger for my life, fearfully, was not with police, but such is not the case. The people
he did sort of
the worst in my life. I mean, the people who have talked to me, put hands on me, and dealt with me in the least human fashion in my entire 40 plus years of living have been law enforcement officials.
She was outside. I'm not putting blame on her. She was outside. Everybody can leave. It's his house. Let him wild out. Go ahead. If we can all get out, I'm already outside. Grab the kids. We out of here. You want to wild out. Once I bring these dudes involved, like Dr. Smith has said, more eloquently. Oh, I can't even say the word. Better than I can say it because I get so frustrated. Better than I can say it. You know what you're opening the door up to. And if you don't, it's 2021. Do you really think these cops are going to come and handle this in a kind fashion?
But what if the cop feared for his safety? What if the cop did come up and
No,
he say,
she
"Was
said,
crimes?"
what if she said, what if
Oh,
she
what if the
feared
wife feared for her safety? Should
All
she
right,
call
well,
him?
she's out. She's
for her husband's
outside.
safety.
She's
She's not
outside.
saying for her safety. Put it back up there. She said, what if she feared for his safety?
What if she feared?
Which,
Oh,
You just put his safety in.
It's
a legitimate
call his
concern.
mom or
I'm
call
just
his family or something.
No, I'm just suggesting to our people, we have to create new avenues, new institutions, new organizations, new connections to municipalities in a way that we can start having mental health professionals be able to respond. We have to have a different number to call. There has to be something better because this isn't working. I'm not even saying that she might not have a legitimate fear. I'm saying when we're in that situation, calling them has proven, like Mike said, has proven. I have a brother, somebody that I pledged with Phi Beta Sigma, crossed the burning sands with a dude like my brother. They called on a situation where the mom and the cousin, and they called because he was not taking his medicine. Cop put the gun to his neck, blew his head off. I've lived with that. I went to funerals where people, they just wanted to make sure everything was okay, so they called the cops. We've seen time and time again, this ain't working. I'm not saying we don't need something. Yes, we need to deal with these situations when they occur, but the cops ain't the ones to do it. And we have to admit that so we can move into a situation or into a space where we can find a real solution. This ain't the solution. And she said he was breathing heavy. Did y'all hear what she said to that cop? He's not himself. He might have smoked some bad weed. He was breathing heavy. She didn't say he was waving samurai swords and flipping tables. She said he was.
Well, she did say he
heavy.
punched holes in the walls, and that's where he said crimes were committed. Oh, and she said, "What is his house?" So, I mean, I guess from the cop's perspective, I don't know. The cop came in. Just, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, the cop came in.
This is why I can't even get to these discussions because I just don't even like dog. Like
it's a parallel.
The dude punched holes in his own wall.
I mean, you being disorderly. He said he's being disorderly.
But it's my house.
Yeah, but
he's clenching his fist. He's clenching his fist.
He's clenching his fist in front of his house.
Let's go with what the cop said.
And you
that's not what the dog said, Mike.
Dog. I shouldn't say dog. People, get out the house. I know this sounds. I was gonna say it don't sound. Get out the house and leave that man by himself in the house then. Because what you're gonna do when you call them cops is you're gonna get them killed.
I'm gonna say something that might be controversial.
And that's the issue when it comes to domestic violence. So when something going on and you don't want to, it's like, okay, well, if I call the cops, they gonna come out here and kill somebody because that's what you think. And then the older women tell you, don't call the cops on.
But if he's beating on you, but if he's beating on you, and he gets killed by the cops, I ain't got no problem with it.
But it's all tied.
It goes both
together.
ways. I feel you.
So you hear you need to call the cops if he acting this way. If she felt like maybe it was gonna get to that, now she done call the cops. So it's just, I think, inside my personal opinion, inside of our community, those are some things we need to talk about. Like Black men need to sit down and have some conversations and get some stuff out and get it together. Black women need to sit down, have some conversations, get it out, and then come together and work together like the other races do, because it's ridiculous. We turn on each other real quick.
And real quick, and Dr. Smith, real quick. I'll just real quick. The game, like Jadakiss said in Versus, the game is fixed. Because when a Black man or Hispanic man has mental problems, the game is fixed. There's no one to call. Mm-hmm. There's no one to call without somebody dying. Go ahead, Dr. Smith.
Now everybody's heard me on this program who's listening to this show over the months that we've been doing this. I've said many times about, and even what Shawn just said, I believe that other communities do have a situation where they could call a cousin and uncles, and the men will come and intervene. Just like in those mafia movies, you'll see the other mobsters say, "Yo, man, you can't put hands on it." You know what I'm saying? They're not killing him. They're not coming to beat him up. But they're coming to stop you from putting hands on your wife and let you know that ain't cool. You can't keep doing that. And if they need to put hands on you, then it'll be a fight, but it won't be a murder. So yes, other communities do have cultural, structures in place. But I need to offer something to the women who are in the situation, like the sister in the video. And I know this might not sit well with a lot of people listening, but it has to be said. You have to consider the possibility that the reason why he's acting like that and the reason why he's stressed is because of you. And if he gets enough space away from you, even temporarily, he might not be acting like that. And I
wait,
have
you
to
saying it's
say-
the black woman's fault? It was the
No,
lady's
don't
fault?
start.
Wait,
Don't
what'd he say?
start gas.
I'm
Don't
not
be
saying nothing
pouring
about
gas
fault.
on it, Jay.
I don't want people to say
Nah.
fault. I'm saying
Don't
that
start that.
men, a lot of times, men need to be alone and men need space. So they come to the point where they say, I'm effing tripping. You leave a man alone in the house, you seldom hear about him punching walls alone. Because like Shawnee said, it's about intimidation. There's a lot going on when people are punching walls.
It's a show.
It's kind
It's
of
a show. You
abusive
put on the show,
indirectly.
yeah.
It's a lot going on. But if you're not there, whether you
good
say
point.
so he can't intimidate you and abuse you that way indirectly, fine. If that's why you want to say it. But I'm going to say it how it is. A lot of dudes sit in their driveway and rub their head for 20 minutes before they walk into their house sometimes. Because sometimes, just like it could be a lot dealing with us ladies, I have to be real. Sometimes dudes get stress overload with whatever they perceive as nagging, or you're making your points. Like sometimes you just taking a break from that man might be enough to bring him back down to legitimate levels.
But
you come back in an hour, there's a high probability he won't be punching walls when you get back in an hour, let alone 2 hours, especially if you send a message saying, I do what was best for you. I'm concerned about you. I'm not judging you, but we got to do better. Anything like you ain't got to say nothing you did wrong, nothing. I'm just saying if you send a text like that and give him some space, that's an option as well. I think you have to consider those options as well.
But Dr. Smith,
you don't got to stay up in his face and have him change in that moment.
And I agree with you, but I said that in the beginning of this whole segment. Everybody leave. If you can get everybody out the house, I said that everybody leave. He want to punch holes. If you want to punch holes in the house, everybody get out, because the end result is calling them cops on him if he's punching holes and he's got his hands balled up. I said in the beginning, everybody leave him by himself and get on out of there, because once you call the cops, you see what happens.
No, and the comment that's right there, that is a reason to call the cops. I think we all unanimously agree that there are times where you have to make those choices. And if it's for your safety, and if your safety is threatened, I don't think there's any debate about that. But if somebody's breathing heavy and might have had some bad weed, take a break. Give that man a half hour to an hour. Send him a nice text.
Then some people are saying call the mental health. Okay, so this is what happens. If you do make a mental health call, they're still going to send the police for the safety of the situation. Even if you call in for an ambulance, even if you're calling because somebody passed out, police have to come, and then the ambulance, the fire department, everybody else stages behind until the police come to the scene and say everything's okay and everything is safe. So the police are coming either way if you call somebody. And I mean, I get that with the suave. I get that, and I understand that, but even in situations like that with other races, and sometimes in our own, they can call. I'm gonna call my dad. I'm gonna call his dad, his mom, and they can talk the person down. I'm not saying that you're wrong for calling the police, because I done had to call the police on somebody before too, and felt the same way, that I didn't want them to hurt him. So I didn't give all of the facts. I just said enough to, so I could get what I needed to get out the house. But no, I wouldn't go into detail and say, oh, he was choking me and saying he gonna kill me and threatening to kill my kids, because I know that would have changed everything. That would have changed everything.
There's a way to be safe without hyping it too. And I'm glad you said that, Shawn. I didn't feel like that was my place saying, but there is a way, and a lot of women know. And women know it, even like the white Karens, they know when they're making these calls if they're weaponizing law enforcement or truly concerned for their safety. There's a distinct difference.
But I don't think that
call the police to try to get you popped.
I don't think some of the people know, like with the Richard Sherman case. I think when his wife called, she really thought that she was calling so they could come to help. Some of the information, it's the information you give. It's because it's certain things that you can say, and if you say that to the dispatcher, it changes the level of the call.
I want to applaud Richard Sherman's wife, because guess what? In her situation, when he was banging down that door, if them cops would have came and shot his ass, I would not have felt sorry for him. When you're banging down, let me just finish. When you're banging down a door, when you know everybody in that house, you can beat their ass. If you catch them bullets, I don't feel bad for it, because you only did that. You only
because she didn't want him hurt.
But let me finish. He only did that. Let me tell you about crazy. You only did that because Ray Lewis wasn't on the other side of the door.
Facts.
You only did that because Mike Tyson wasn't on the other side of the door.
Facts.
You only did that because Dennis Rodman wasn't on the other. That's why your crazy was crazy.
But it wasn't about him and
no.
It was about him and the dad. He wasn't
but
coming
Shawnee,
to
there are
attack
kids
her.
in the house, and you're trying to bang down a door with kids in the house. So if the girl got scared and said, "I'm scared for real," he's banging. That's why I give her the Medal of Honor. Because if I was her, I would have been like, this mother is trying to bang down the door. Come get him. And if he would have caught bullets, that's on you, homie, because you only did it because you weren't scared of anybody on the other side of the door.
Well, they could tase him, though, Mike. They could tase him. Like,
I get it. No, I get it. But as her on the phone, she gets to say whatever she wants because she's really scared that if that door gets broken down, he's about to beat everybody's ass. And you only did it because you were a coward.
But I would hope the cops come and tase him. But this one thing
I do too.
They weren't gonna come and tase him. They were gonna come and shoot him, and that's the thing. That's why
they did tase him.
That's why it's so.
He got lucky.
That's why it's so scary in that situation. So again, I say these dudes need to sit down, and have a conversation. Ladies do too. I'm not saying that we're all right because it's some things that we can do that will incite a situation. Sometimes you just got to shut the fuck up, even though he wrong. Just he'll figure out that he wrong, but just steady going and going and going. And you did this and you did that. Sometimes you just gotta chill, just take a break, and raise up off of him. Same thing the other way, dude. Sometimes just let her talk. She gonna stop. She got to go to sleep.
That's important. No, that's important. That's powerful because I don't think a lot of women know what brings men to these moments of clarity. Like I said earlier, what brought me to a moment of clarity is after I finished trying to prove I'm right. And like Shawn was saying, when ain't nobody thinking about me and I'm just sitting in the car, then it's like, oh, you was wilding. That was dumb. But while somebody's yelling in my face and telling me how wrong I am, and that's not when I come to the realization of that truth. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's fair, but I'm just giving a word of advice in terms of strategy and helping make things work. Like Shawn said, sometimes just being silent. For me, I'm gonna tell you what messed me up a couple times. Thinking that my relationship was my own when no other culture thinks like that. When I look at Indian culture and Asian culture, they know that a marriage is two families coming together and they conduct and govern that relationship accordingly. It ain't no, this is my house, this is my wife, get out my business, I'm gonna call the cop. And that's a big part of the problem. And I'm very guilty of that because I was not raised to understand how important it was for uncles and cousins and grandparents to be involved. It is their business, especially if it is their daughter and granddaughter and grandson. Like, as Black people, we a lot in Hispanic, sometimes we don't realize this is a group effort, and we'd be doing ourselves a favor if we respected that reality and stopped trying to pretend this is our relationship, mind y'all business, don't come to my house when I'm arguing, because then we end up with the cops there instead. And it backfires on us. And Black men in particular, there's a lot of Black men who don't think anybody should be involved in their disputes with their woman. And apparently for generations, for thousands of years, other people have been governing and, mediating conflict differently in a way that's been far more productive than us just waiting until it gets out of hand, then calling some people with guns and somebody dies. So,
and I think I had to deal. And I think I had to deal with that reality too, that it is a family situation and that you have to be sometimes you have to be checked by an uncle or a father if you're blessed enough to have your father and stuff like that. I just want to say this on the behalf of women and guys. If you scare your woman and she's truly scared and she calls them cops and she's truly scared and you've intimidated her enough where she's in fear, if you catch it, that's your fucking fault, dog. Because you did it, and I'm going to repeat this. You did it because you were not scared of her. See, you weren't scared of the repercussions of her because you were in your comfort zone. And I'm not saying this is not a 100% thing. This is always a different circumstance. But dudes wild out when they know it's just a girl there. Y'all don't do the same. They don't do the same thing when the uncle is 6'4" sitting in there. They don't do the same thing. They don't do it. So if a female is severely, if a female is when a female's scared and her heart is racing, and it's just her in the house, and she calls them cops and they blaze you, that's your fault, my dude. That's your fault. If they catch you and they're racist as hell, like there's no reason for them, you scared the life out this woman to call the cops, and her heart is racing like it's just me and the kids, and she's scared to death.
Nobody, why you bringing them into our relationship, calling the cops? You put me in this situation. You know darn well I won't gonna hurt you, girl.
No, she don't, because that's why she's scared to death, and them eyes is watering and them tears is coming down, because she knows, she always thinks, she in her mind, she's like, I hope he wouldn't, but she don't know for sure.
Now you better not press charges. I need you to help me get out of this now. I need you to help me.
Every man who's ever punched in the hole in the wall, a woman has thought to herself, when is my face gonna be that hole?
Yeah, am I next?
Because it's getting closer. He went from throwing something.
Unless it's Shiny putting gas on somebody. Like, Shiny pour gasoline on you. That's what she's known for.
No, and none of this stuff is fair. But when I tell you guys, all you rational men who have become irrational, because I have been there, I've put the hole in the wall. Walk and leave. And walk, because the minute you scare that woman to the point she has to pick that phone up, that shit is on you at that point, my dude.
I think y'all made good points with leaving the person by himself. Like Jeanette said, you can't argue, which is like, who gonna be in the house arguing and mad? Like,
keep arguing. And another thing.
Like,
or if you can't leave, just go cook dinner or something. Start cleaning up.
I don't know about that with Johnny.
Don't cook dinner. Don't cook dinner.
I mean, because if you can't leave, you might be in a situation where you can't. So you just got to let the person talk. And when they say, yeah, you know what, baby? You're right.
No. Look, I've been in a situation that I'm really embarrassed about, where I was coming home and the person I love was like, we out. We not going to be here when he comes home.
Well, yeah, you got an opportunity.
And that was 100%. I'm embarrassed to this day that she was like, we not going to be here when he gets here. Mm-hmm. And that's my little 5'7", 160-pound ass. So when you dudes, you little 6'2" dudes, 6'3" dudes, scare a woman and they call the cops, I honestly don't have I got nothing for you, dog. I got nothing for you.
That might be a good business opportunity. Somebody needs to have. You remember they had the hoops at midnight when people could come play basketball any hour.
Did you say sorry, Mike?
They need some type of thing where it's like, yo, walk away. The walk away lounge.
Lounge.
It could be 10 dudes at 3 a.m. like, yo, man, I just couldn't take no more. Just come down here and express it.
And just
punch the bag. You can punch the bag. You can play Madden. You can do axe throwing. They need some manly release of stress where people can talk it out, play ball. Like, we need somewhere to go, because I know when men do leave, there is nowhere to go. And
you just walk the streets. You just walk the streets.
Now you
now you in some bitch's house. You went over there with that woman. You can't leave the house at night like that.
But even that, when you go over, even when you go over there, you make the other person sick too. The other chick be like, get the hell out my house. Why you wildin'? But hold up. The walkaway lounge, Dr. Smith, the walkaway lounge needs to have like the punching bags, all the stuff, and they needs to have, how mad are you really? And there needs to be a dude that's 6'5", 275, and you get to punch him in his face. How mad are you? Are you really that mad?
Just try that with me.
Try that with me.
He'll be at the door when you come in.
I agree,
already.
Yeah, I agree.
Terry Crews, Mike Tyson looking dudes at the door. I don't fight no more. I'm less violent now.
And I love that. How mad are you? Try that with me now. And you're like, not that mad. Make the cops put that on the book.
Somewhere to go.
No, that really would. Just what was the walkaway lounge?
Walkaway lounge.
The walkaway lounge.
You be like, what? It'd be like jail. Be like, what you in for tonight? Be like, man, I was about to start punching walls, man. I just figured, let me just go ahead and get down here. Let me just do a couple hours at the lounge.
Yeah, and that would help with health because they could work out. They could.
But do you see how
they got stuff? Yeah.
Hold up, but Dr. Smith, did you see how your voice changed? How your voice changed? You were like, yeah, I was tripping. You just finished yelling, but all of a sudden you got there and you were like, yeah, I was just when you were around a bunch of dudes.
A big mirror that says, look at yourself right above it. When you walk down the hall, the mirror says, look at yourself. So you in your pajamas with one slipper on because you were so mad that you didn't even get dressed right. And the mirror gonna say, after the dude got the shirt, say, try that with me. By the time you get in the lounge, you're gonna be ready to go back home and apologize and say sorry. You're gonna
say sorry.
I apologize and I'm sorry. I'm gonna fix the wall.
But it used to be that way. Like Good Times used to do that when they would have issues and stuff. They'd have the rent party or the community would come together, not the whole community, but their community, and they would figure out the problem. Figure out the solution to the problem.
Yeah, but
when Penny was getting abused with the iron, remember Janet Jackson was getting burned with the iron? They intervened as a community. Something ain't right. We're gonna protect these children, protect these women.
No,
things are right.
But they needed to keep it, dude. But they needed to keep Good Times a little more 100. James punched a hole in the wall before.
He used to get mad.
He had some anger.
He get some anger issues.
Now James,
he slammed some doors and scared people on TV.
Yeah, but everybody respected him in the house, so they wouldn't take it too far.
Yeah, but you knew James. Yeah, you knew at some point. At 11 o'clock at night, Florida was running. James punched a hole in one of those walls.
Oh, God.
I'm about to go ahead and get out of here, y'all, and rest up with this. Oh, Shawnee, I don't know if you were here, if you heard, but I after all the talk we had last week, I took the vaccination.
Oh.
2 questions. Which one? You got Pfizer or Moderna? Wait, which one did you get, Pfizer or Moderna?
Slow down, Jay Black. Slow down, Jay Black. Because if there's one thing I learned about these vaccines, it's like Bloods and Crips out here. And you don't want to be claiming no set. The second you start repping the set, I kid you not, somebody will be happy for you when you say you got it. You say the wrong name, and now you got to opt right again.
I got $10. I got $10. He got the Madura. I got $10 that say he got the. He looked like a Madura dude. Like I think so. He looked like a Madura.
People start judging people. So you look like one of them Moderna.
You look like a Madura.
He's definitely not a Johnson & Johnson. I didn't get the Johnson & Johnson vibe at all. That's why I didn't even break up Johnson & Johnson.
Just say I'm vaccinated. That's the worst.
And I know
anyone who's going to get the vaccine, don't tell people which one you got, thinking that they're going to like it, because you think you do.
I know for a fact.
People was turning
Dr.
on
Smith,
me. People was happy.
I know you.
Why would you do that?
You're not a Pfizer guy. I know for a fact you're not Pfizer. I know you're not Pfizer.
Yeah, I think he is.
No, I know he's not.
I'm telling people don't claim nothing. I'm
not gonna tell.
Have your card. Put your thumb over the part where it says which one you got.
So wait, so it was basically. It was just peer pressure because Sequisa is our resident nurse practitioner that comes on the show on Wednesdays and now for Wellness Wednesdays. She's advocate for vitamins and things like that. So it was because you were hard body, like no. Wait, did you ever find out what was actually in the vaccine? Because you went hard with knowing what you're putting in your body.
I know all the ingredients. I know all the side effects. But when your daughter
ingredients, is it a cake? God damn, what are you?
He
said, I know all the ingredients. It got flour, eggs,
formaldehyde. Let me stop. But when your daughter is concerned about you and her stress levels are increased, when the state mandates that colleges and universities either get tested once or twice a week or get it, it's going to make it really difficult for me to serve my students if I'm getting tested once or twice a week. It's going to distract and take away from what they're paying for and what they're sending their kids, despite all these COVID restrictions, to get from me. And I got myself out the way. It ain't all about me. It's about my family. It's about my children. It's about the students. And once I weighed it on a scale, I still have heavy reservations about vaccines. I don't like them. I didn't change my position. But when I started to incorporate other people's benefits to me getting it, it outweighed my fear of being sick for a couple of days, because that's the most typical side effect. A couple of days of nausea and headaches, maybe even some vomiting. I could do that for my daughter. I could do that for my students. I could do that for the people that love me and care about me, that would be the ones by my side if anything ever goes wrong. I'm literally talking to you about people who would carry my casket and be by my bedside in my last moment. I'm not talking about average people. I'm just trying to impress people peer pressure. I'm saying these are the people that would be with me if I didn't make it.
Yeah.
And if they want me to do something, and they the ones that's gonna ride, I need to take that into consideration. I need to weigh that.
Well, I'm not against it, or I mean, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. I have my reasons as to why not. I still haven't gotten, my daughters haven't gotten. And if it came to that where they said your kids cannot go to school if they don't get it, guess what? They can do homeschooling. Because I got a whole family full of education. Yeah, educators. My mom is a retired teacher. So and I'll bring them right here. But that's me. That's my situation. I work from right here. So I don't have to go out in the world.
Hey,
like Batman.
Dr. Smith, if because I know you love your students, so I don't want to downplay how much like the relationship that you have with your students. I mean, you see them every day, and I know how dedicated you are. If you didn't have children, and it was just you, would you do you think you still would have taken the vaccine?
Once they did the mandate, and there's a new black president, and I have to think: is it in my best interest to appear? Optics are of critical importance when you have long-term goals. Is it in my best interest to appear rebellious? I got to consider the optics.
Right. Temple University. He's saying Temple University has a new black president that just took over, and he wants to support.
But I'm saying, who knows where Aaron Smith will be in 15 to 20 years, even within a university structure? Let's not limit myself and think short term. There's places I might be able to rise. There's levels I might be able to rise to if I play ball, and I got to weigh how much of it is worth it, how much is not. We all do this as black people. Every day we say, is it worth the compromise or not? And for me, I'm in a very unique position. 1% of people on the planet have PhDs, even less black people, even less black men. I'm in a very unique position. I really got to put myself aside and think about all the people that never even got to go to school past the 5th grade who was picking cotton that are now 60 or 70, 80 years old, and what they see when they see me, and what they see as how they would handle this opportunity. And they would not let something like a shot or pride get in the way when they didn't let the risk of death stop them from fighting for freedom and marching and leaving plantations. Like they're going to be like, bruh, by any means necessary, you have to do everything you have to do to save lives and change lives. You out here letting a shot stop you. We didn't let getting shot stop us. Like I can change people's lives. In one semester, people say, yo, that class changed the way I thought about the world. And ever since I have that ability. But if I want to spend my time going back and forth with administration and trying to claim religious exemptions when it really don't even fit for me personally, I would just be doing it to be getting out of taking the shot. That's not where my energy best serves my people, or my long-term plan for the best way I can impact my community and the world that I live in.
So last question, I want to ask you
my personal purpose though, because I don't like vaccines.
But I want to ask you, like, the process of thinking. Was it prayer? Was it just you being by yourself, reviewing everything in your mind? Was it somebody who spoke to you? Like, what was it? What was the? Because we all have our different ways. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm gonna give you two. One was the family power. If I had the power without risking my life, I'll be honest, a lot of fathers and mothers relate to this, just to bring a smile to my children's face. Yeah. I've done things where I didn't even sleep, come home and play for hours, dying inside, hurting physically. Like, oh my gosh, if they only knew how much I was hurting. But they had so much fun. I got, you know what I'm saying? So my physical don't have nothing to do with bringing joy to my family. So all that nausea and all that headache, if I can make my children feel more secure and happy, that's one thing. Another thing is I had to check myself, Mike, because I talk all this stuff about if that was me, and I did this back in the day, and I'm tough and I'm strong, and me and you was in the club while they was shooting with Cuban links and evolutions. We wasn't scared of that kind of shot, Mike. We went back to partying. I'm saying, why you all fearless, literally, no pun intended, when it comes to doing negative stuff, but now you extra cautious when it comes to doing something that could benefit your family and your people. I had to check myself, Mike. When it comes to going out at 3 a.m, if I want something to drink, I'll go to 7-Eleven and be like, you know what we're doing to me? I wish it would. Then it's all bets are off with safety and caution. Because I will walk out this apartment and I will go to a store at any hour of the night and think, man, I'm from around here. I wish they would. So now you're not worried about safety no more. Where's your research now, Professor? Oh, now you just thirsty, right? So you can be
literally
so tough to do negative stuff. You could be tough, take one for the team to do something for the team. I had to check myself and chill out. I was playing myself, and I wasn't consistent. There was a lack of consistency in some of my about that lifeness that I had to recognize, where I was willing to get shot but not get a shot.
And I don't think Dr. Smith, when I say this, understand, I don't think this. I'm just saying it from, as people who look. And people will say, oh, so after all that, you finally sold out.
Dum, dum, dum.
And I would say yes.
And you say what?
I would say yes.
Perfect answer. Thank you.
I think people are too hard on people about these shots. It's like, if you want to get the shot, go get the shot. If you don't want to get it, don't get it. What's the big?
But that's what I said. I said, as long as we're not bullying each other, I said that last week. I'm in a position where I just don't think anybody should be bullied. And I said, what happened to the anti-bullying campaigns? Remember all that internet bullying was a big thing? They let that go when vaccines came out. It was open season. Bullying, shame them, embarrass them, insult them, right? I just think we should dial back to telling other people how to live their life. If Shawnee decides tomorrow to take it, fine. If she never takes it, fine. I just think we should maintain that level of sovereignty and respect for one another, where it's like, if you just decide one day, hey, you know what? I wasn't going to take it yesterday, but today I think I am. To me, that's what America is about. Your right to one day not want to take it, the next day want to take it, and that be your business.
And I'm glad.
I don't feel
and I'm glad. And I'm glad I have two friends. One friend that decided not to take it, but she takes everything to improve her immune system, and I applaud that. And then I have another friend who decided to take it because maybe you're not improving your immune system. And but my thing is like as long as everybody's doing everything to be as safe as possible in their own way, as long as everybody's decided that I'm like, if you're not taking a vaccination, but then you're not taking any vitamins and you're not trying to improve your immune system, then I'm sitting there going like, okay, you got to do something. Like you got to do
not consistent
something.
Either.
Yeah,
you got to take the vaccination and still not be consistent.
Yeah. And then to Shawnee, when you say what the big deal of not taking the shot is or taking the shot, I'm scared. Like, I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm scared that 5 years from now, the doctor's going to say, the reason why you have this is because you took the shot.
No, you gonna see the
but
commercial.
It's still like stuff that you can do, like the little potions I'll be trying to give you. I'm telling you, you can.
No, I'm ready to take the potions, but I don't want
take care of your immune system. Take care.
I don't
of
want
you.
people,
I'm with that.
I don't want people to think I took the shot and I'm like Superman. In the back of my mind, when I go to sleep at night and I pray for everybody and I do my whole prayer thing and I got my people, I say, God, before we start this, please let me have made the right decision by letting not me, like if I die, I'm like, I die, but letting my family take these vaccinations. Like, and all I do is put a prayer out there, and that's the first thing I say. I hope I made the right decision. And then I pray for everybody, and everyone's like, I hope y'all doing all the good stuff. Because I don't think there's a right answer in this. I don't think there's a right answer. I just think it's
right
whatever your choice was.
Yeah,
whatever's right for you.
What's right for you? What's gonna work for you? Because it's your body. You living in it, so you know.
The only thing I know is that if Jay Black would have said sorry 2 hours ago, this show would have been so much better.
Wait a minute. Did you see what Action said?
Yeah.
What Action said? People worried about a shot and what's in it, but we'll go to the club tonight on Friday and suck a random or eat a random. Or not even think about. Look, I've been saying this when people were like, guys were like, girl, come over. And women were like, I'm not going to risk my life. We on lockdown. And guys were like, girl, I know who you've been having sex with raw. You've been risking your life for the last 10 years.
I didn't see a lie in the comment. For the record, I did not see the lie in the comment.
There's no lie.
I did not see the lie. I did not see that.
Action.
I know who you've been with. He just got out of jail after 10 years. Doc, you got to go, right?
Yeah. Well, he's I 2 hours.
People with that though. I think that the more we do consider the pros and cons, risk reward, choose our battles. Because I saw one of the comments said, "F what people think," and somebody gave me some great advice a long time ago and said, you're an adult when you don't care about what your friends are doing and you don't care what other people think about you. He said, when you can move forward with your purpose and destiny, not worried about what other people's opinion of it is, that's when you really reach a certain age of maturity, when you can just go things alone if it's right for you and not care what your friends think. And for me, what my daughter and my students, and for me, it was and this thing too, I'm just hinting towards the possibility of me being able to do things in the future. Right. I know for a fact I have an opportunity to make certain compromises, just like people did back in the day. People made compromises. People would leave school to make sure their kids can always go to school. People from other continents still do it to this day. They're engineers over in India and Africa, but they come here and drive cabs back in the day when that was a thing before Uber and Lyft. People have always been doing this. People have been doing blood transfusion and bone marrow transplants for family members because they're a match. Like, people have always said, what's the risk and reward? Is it worth it? If it's somebody I love, I'm willing to roll the dice on this. Not just going raw dog, because with that, they do it every night, right? But people say, hey, I'm willing to take the chance. And for me, I have an opportunity to help a lot of people if I just stay on the track I'm on. I don't have to do too much different. I got a lot of loyal people I've known for a lot of years who have a lot of outlets and platforms, and they got a far reach from you all to all these people in the media. And like, if I just stay on course, I can help a lot of people who were like me at a point in my life where a lot of other people could not reach me. And I have to put that first. There's people in prison cells and who are getting abused and in the foster care system that relate to me more than they do other people and a lot of these middle-aged white women. I have to make sure I can put myself around them. I can't talk to them on Zoom. I can't talk to them through 3 to 5 masks. I have to make sure. And plus, I'm not young. So at some point, we all gonna die anyway. Let's die putting in some work and changing some lives and going hard for our people. Let's not die being scared and wondering what could happen and what might happen to the point we don't even do what we're put here to do. Like, and I made my choice.
Hey Doc, you've been amazing as usual. Don't leave. Stay right there. Stay right there. Okay. Don't leave. Stay right there. Dr. Smith, thank you once again. Sexy Mo, you already know how much love we got for you and how much we're making sure that we, all our prayers and everything that, Superman 2. I got J Black, son of Superman 1. I got 1A and 1B. 2 Superman that are like my grandkids. So we want to make sure that we send all our prayers to Sexy Mo. Shawnee Scott, thank you for coming back. Shawnee always comes in and holds us down, all the technical stuff, and makes it happen. Jay Blizzy, producing, does everything. We're gonna wrap this up, but I don't want Dr. Smith to leave because we got something we want you to do after the show. It's Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that, and understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed: it will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything. Fight for your happiness. Never let somebody take that away from you. It's the Takeover Legends. We will see you Monday morning. Happy Friday, y'all. We'll see you Monday morning. Yeah.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, where nothing's